strong point, or my strong interest.
Could have guessed that.
Yeah.
Here's Poulos again. And that means that Davis will take an early seat. 3 plays 7, so slow start. Defence focus from both squads.
Yeah,
and I think
definitely.
Feeling each other out a little bit. Here's K-Roos. Her and Hannah playing up high. Here is Sophie Hannah. Wants to pass it down to the post. Wills driving inside, pulls up. Little short jumper is good. Rolls that in for 2. She opened her account this evening. Now a handy 8-point lead for the visiting squad. Coburn high post, fires a pass down low to Poulos. That's lovely ball movement from Melbourne, but that shot too strong. They'll get a second chance. It was 10 seconds of the shot clock. Yeah, going inside, nice foot movement. Hayley Cumming, that is, dropping in 2 points.
Really used her height there to get the shot off above the shorter defender.
Before playing 9, apologies. Gave New City 2 extra points, and they might actually get up to 11 there. It's a foul down low. Lara Fogarty-Bennett will look to open her account. Do you think that Melbourne would be happy with the way they've started this game? Not a lot of scoring, but...
I don't think they'd be necessarily happy, but they'd be glad that Sydney haven't been able to get a lead out from this. I think there'd be plenty of things to work on, but they'll be glad that the game is still tight right now.
There's a tight game, both sides just eyeing each other off. Lots of inside play. We saw a lot of shooting the last time I was here. Layla Davis particularly, and Vic Poulos, loving it from behind the arc.
Yeah, definitely. And I think today Sydney have some pretty good guards, and I think they should definitely be, Melbourne Uni should definitely be looking into the post first before getting to work from outside. And I think by getting it into the post, they draw defenders away from their outside shooters, and then have a lot better chance of scoring from deep.
6 plays 11, Fogarty-Bennett making good on both her free throws. Hayley Cumming now, driving to the right-hand side, had the corner open, took it herself, a little strong on the shot. Battling over the rebound, that's out of bounds. Good
contest there by Coburn to force Lara Fogarty-Bennett out of bounds with the ball.
So a repeat opportunity again for University of Melbourne, which has been a bit of a theme early. Certainly hanging with Sydney here. And down duties is Essex. Here's Coburn back to the basket.
Look at her go to work. Nice. Great inside game there by Coburn. Almost ruined by a teammate cutting into the key, but that was great recognition of her there to realise she could back up her opponent and take it to the rack.
She's away, 2 points, 8 playing 11.
Defence there by Amy Wookie. The Melbourne Uni team are obviously focusing on doing a hard show on screens, and that, for those without the basketball knowledge, that means the... Oh!
Yeah.
It's a good start there if you saw that, but it means basically that the big man comes out and shows, or whoever's defending the screener, come out and does a hard show and tries to get the ball handler to pick up the ball and then returns to their own player while the guards player can get back into play.
Coburn down low again.
Great play, good pass from Amy Wookie into Coburn there.
Concerns for Sydney there. Coburn, she was fouled early when she was underneath the basket and looked to be pretty hard to stop, and then does get out of hand and drops in another 2 points. So she's hot to start here. Melbourne have brought this back, 1 point game. Driving right now, great block. Fantastic work that was from Cumming. Got a full piece of it, but University of Sydney on the second chance opportunity will pick up a foul here. 2 shots it will be. It looks like Alexandra Crope will go to the line.
It's unlucky there for Melbourne Uni. Mira Coburn did a good job staying in front of Alex Carew, and Hayley Cumming came from behind and gave her a nice swat of the ball, but unfortunately their teammates couldn't pick up on that opportunity, and Sydney Uni are now at the line.
It's something you see mostly from Coburn, isn't it, the big swat?
But just looking at them in the huddle there, Hayley's very tall for a guard. So it's just occurred to me that she could easily do the same amount of swatting.
Davis back in to finish off his first term, you'd imagine, with just a tick over 2.5 minutes remaining. Yeah,
player management will be big for Keith Nowak and his team today, because as much as they want to win, they also have a game on Wednesday against UTAS, who is another strong competitor, and they can't rely on just 5 players today. So, that's a great cut and good pass from Amy Wookie, and Oh, unfortunately, Lara Essex can't put that away, but Layla Davis comes away with the rebound and goes back up, earns herself a spot at the line.
Didn't get the 2 points there from Wookie, but that was a really nice two-woman play there.
Very good look there by Wookie. She remained composed and was able to handle the pressure by Alex Carew there and get the ball off to someone who's open.
Very few shots being forced up. Lots of good looks being created, which is that poise that we talk about pretty much every time we're on the cans here.
Absolutely. You want a good shot's good, but a great shot's better. So.
Exactly. Word of the year. Talk to the Oxford Dictionary when they figure that one out. Here's Davis again. And can't get the roll here, Layla Davis. She's one who would be kicking herself. Has had a few opportunities, but...
She won't be happy with that, but it will only give her more of a boost to get back on defence and win the ball back for her team.
University of Sydney lead it by 2 points. We're approaching 2 minutes remaining in this first term. That pass at the ankles there of Hannah will go out of play. They'll get the ball back, Uni Melbourne. They're just looking a touch sluggish, rather.
Yeah, a little
Sydney.
bit there, and they were lucky there to get away with that, as Melbourne Uni had a little bit of a miscommunication on defence. But lucky for Melbourne Uni, the ball is back in their hands. Vic Poulos pulls up.
Probably a shot that she could have waited on, you'd think. It's forcing the mid-range jumper a bit, but she'd back herself to hit it.
She'd back herself, and I think she was open on that. It wasn't contested, so although it was the first shot of the play, which isn't ideal, I don't think Keith will be too unhappy with that one.
It's a nice physical layup there through contact. Sophie Moore dropping in 2 points. Coburn being defended very high, and she stepped out of play there.
Although they need to get a better angle on that pass to Coburn. She's doing her best to hold her man down, but the angle needs to be better.
Just being shoved out of the paint a little bit, Coburn. I think Sydney realising the issue there, perhaps a bit of coaching intel, you'd think.
Yeah, I'd say so, definitely, with the likes of Sophie Hannah on her with a bit of strength. She'll probably be trying to do her best to push her out of there, but Mira knows how to handle some pressure, and I'm sure she'll be, if she can get the ball, then she'll be happy to go to work.
Lauren Walker, that was with a 3-0, but Nat Poulos responds with a two-pointer of her own on the other end, then steals the inbound. She's got a woman underneath the ring, makes the pass,
Great
easy
work
layup in the end there for Essex.
It's a great, smart choice there by Poulos. She decided against the open three, dribbled in for a nice floater, and then earned the ball back through. Oh, great work. Another turnover for Blue Sid, and Melbourne Uni looking good in this last minute of the game.
Quick turnaround there from Uni Melbourne. 4 points in the blink of an eye, and then they get the ball back as well.
They must have heard you call them sluggish.
Just got a very reproachful look there from Peter on that one.
It is a Monday, I suppose they can be allowed to be a little sluggish.
I've got to remember where I am sometimes. Here's Poulos, says Coburn cutting. The pass was interrupted on the way through. Sydney will get the ball back. Here comes Holly Wills. She's interrupted by Poulos. That's a nice pass down low, though, and that should be an easy lay in the end for Madeline Dalmeda.
It was a great cut by Coburn, but
Poulos right in front of
Hands
us.
there. But maybe just a bit of a ball fake could have been useful.
Coburn a long way from home. Goes to Davis down low. Fakes one way, fakes the other. Goes up with a layup through contact. Can't make it happen. Gets her own rebound. Lays it in for two.
Davis is just a workhorse out there. She really earns her baskets, and her team need her.
4 on the clock.
Good defense there. Not the person you want to be shooting.
That's a long three-pointer. The bank shot just off by Walker there. She finishes that quarter with 7, and the University of Sydney finished that quarter with a 3-point lead, 19 leading 16. An encouraging start, you'd think, from the University of Melbourne against a side that is yet to lose a game this season.
Definitely. I think especially that second half of the quarter was really good for Melbourne Uni, and they started to get some rhythm, and they realised, I think, it sort of started to kick in that they couldn't be nervous and they couldn't be shy with the ball. They needed to fight to earn it, and I think that's working for them with a bit of extended pressure, and yeah, they're looking good.
Lauren Walker leading all scorers. She's got 7. And probably does look like the outside threat, really, for Melbourne's defensive unit.
Definitely one to watch. I'd put someone like Hayley Cumming on her, or even Lara Essex, maybe. Someone with a bit of height, so they can carry a hand on that long shot, but also someone with speed and strength that can stay in front of her because the likes of Layla Davis, Mira Coburn and Rachel Smith will be preoccupied with their inside presence. But yeah, I think she's one to watch. And also Madeline Dalmeida inside is definitely probably their best look inside, and definitely has some skills. And the likes of Holly Wills as well is someone for them to watch. But I think Melbourne are in this. They just need to figure out their offense and get as many good looks as they can and stay tight on defense.
So a pretty exciting start, and one thing that you don't really see too often, in the UBL is a focus on inside scoring. Melbourne have attempted 2 3-pointers entirely, missed them both. Sydney the other way, they've gone 2 of 5 from deep. Lauren Walker, she's 2 of 3 from behind the arc. So that's an early one to worry about. So she's been assessed 6 points on our sheet here, not 7, so that might be one to keep an eye on. And free throw shooting, that's probably one area of improvement for the University of Melbourne. They've gone 40% from the line, 5 attempts. University of Sydney are 5 of 6.
Yeah, they definitely won't want to look back at the end of the game having lost by a few points and think, oh, if only I'd nailed those free throws. So what Sun has done now in the first quarter, but looking forward, they might want to really get their head straight before they shoot those free throws and just take it one shot at a time.
There is that crowd getting up and about, making some noise to start this second term. Stick with us for the duration today. We have got a back-to-back game for you. So the Melbourne and Sydney men's UBL squads will be taking to the court shortly after the conclusion of the women's game. So we have an afternoon of hoops for you, extending well into the evening here at the Nonali Sports Centre. The University of Sydney starting this second term with the basketball and moving it with some pace. A nice little drop-off there to Walker. Gets inside. Can't make good in the layup. That ball out of play. They'll get a second shot at it.
That was good hustle there by Melbourne Uni, but defensively they're really going to need to all be together on what they're doing on the screens and make sure they're all knowing where they should be.
Yeah, Walker the worry early. She's happy to retreat behind the arc, then drops it down to the cutter. That's a nice play.
Yeah, it is. Split line a little bit late there, and like I said with the screens, you need to make sure that they're on top of that early.
She's quite good at slipping, really, Dalmeida rather. Here's Davis. She's cut off at the pass. The spinning top down low, then refers to Coburn. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Goes down low, turn around, left-handed hook shot is good.
It's a great look, big to big there. Mira Coburn on the three-point line. I almost yelled out for her to shoot it, but she gave it into her fellow big man, Rachel Smith, down low, and did a great left-hand hook.
Coburn has got a three-point shot on her. We have seen it so far in this season, and she was pretty excited with her own work, I must say, at that point.
She can definitely hit it, but she knows that, like us, we want a good shot, we want a great shot, not a good shot. And I think in the context of the game at that point, she realised that she could get a better shot for her team.
Kairu's left open, but
missed opportunity there on the D boards. Yeah. Mira Coburn will be annoyed at that.
I don't think they were expecting the air ball on 3. That's a nice drive by Walker. Oh, she just left the layup a touch short. It's the front of the rim, and it's rebounded eventually by Poulos.
Pretty physical game out there. A lot of arms swinging. You can see some very death-starey looks out there. It's the most PG version, I think I could say that. But
a few conversations being had.
Yeah.
Here's a three-pointer, that's deep, and it's backed in. That had no right going in from Hayley Cumming. I don't think she'll mind me saying that.
Yeah, look, honestly, I had a feeling as that came off her hands that might be a bank, but she's certainly not too happy with it. It's not one she's going to flex later, I don't think.
Let's have a look at the replay here. Hopefully we can get a good look at the few conversations. Now here it is.
Yeah.
Have a look at the line of this shot. Here's a three-pointer, that's deep, and
it's
backed in. That had no right going. That's fantastic stuff.
The backboard's there for a reason. We're not playing netball.
It counts as 3 in the scorebook, doesn't it? Here's an opportunity for 2 for Sydney. They're not going to get it. And now a fast break opportunity for the home squad. Here's Layla Davis going the length of the court and laying it in for 2 more.
Very poised shot there by Layla Davis. She was running as hard as she could to get that ball. And unfortunately down the other end.
Will's back the other way in the blink of an eye. Very briefly there, Melbourne Uni had the lead. It's now been tied up at 23 apiece. Another opportunity for Cumming. She goes inside, leaves that layup a little strong, goes over the top of the rim, and it's taken away by Sydney. Here's Kairu's. Left-hand side, drives inside, drops it off for a teammate. Laying it in for 2 there, Fogarty Bennett.
Defensive transition not good enough here by Melbourne Uni. if they're going to take an early shot, they need to be prepared to run back on D2.
Yeah, an opportunity to slow it down now with Davis. Oh, that's a lovely cut from Cumming, though she was cut off at the pass again. Now with 10 seconds on the shot clock, they're going to force one up, and that's another miss.
There by Rach.
Yeah, Rachel Smith, that was a touch strong. We have seen her make that shot, though, earlier today in that first term. Sydney with a 2-point lead, played just about 3 minutes. Cobra is now with it, drives left, interrupted by Davis. Yeah, and then the block as well.
Brilliant work. She gives herself a little smile there. She's happy with her work.
She had Coburn trailing with herself and foul called.
Oh, she'll be upset that she's not heading to the line there.
Point lead, played just about 3 minutes. Cobra is now with it, drives left. Interrupted by Davis. Great defence here, look at that from Davis. And then the block as well. Block after cutting Cobra's off, then taking the ball the length of the court.
Using her length and her body well there. She took the contact front on and then was able to keep her hands up and get a clear block.
I'm loving the replay screen.
Same. That's new, is it not?
I feel like David King.
Oh.
Inside, Melbourne Uni, long left-handed layout, no good, but a foul.
She got bailed out there a bit, which is both good and bad for Melbourne Uni. But if we can get well, I say we, I should be unbiased, but if Melbourne Uni can get Dalmeida in foul trouble, that will be very good for them and not so good for USyd.
Fina Newton in the Melbourne Uni polo shirt.
Hey, I work here.
I don't know, I just work here.
I do what I'm told.
So opportunity to tie it up here for Essex. 24-25 at the moment, 25 apiece now.
That's some great free throw shooting.
So that's probably what their area of improvement, you'd think, after quarter time, making good on those free throw opportunities. Davis is everywhere.
She sure is. Workhorse. Oh, that should be a trouble.
Carew surely did travel. I'm going to stick with it, Sydney University, and leave that layup a little bit short. Get their own offensive board, though, through Wills, and there's a travel goal.
Good job there by Melbourne University. I think it's going to take all 5 players.
Sydney University, and leave that layup a little bit short. Get their own offensive board, though, through Wills, and there's a travel goal. It's a game played at a good pace, and both squads able to keep up with each other so far. I do get the feeling that Melbourne don't want to get stuck in a transition game, though.
Definitely not.
Here's Essex for 3, right in front of us, right-hander. She's missed to the right-hand side. Whistle sounds and go the way of University of Sydney.
Good contest there by Ariel Edwards, but unfortunately managed to get a piece of USyd arm, and they've called a foul.
Timeout called here. Sydney look to call it. Just an opportunity to switch everyone around. So pretty delicately poised this one, 25 apiece, second term. We've played just about halfway. And Melbourne certainly showing signs of, if not hanging with, then potentially besting Sydney University. Yet to lose a game this season, we must make the point. And they have Unitaz on Wednesday, also yet to lose a game in the UBL season. So it's not going to get any easier. And by the way the ladder looks, it does appear that Melbourne will have to win both the games and then probably hope for some results elsewhere to feature in finals.
Definitely, I think so. But let's just say our Melbourne girls are peaking late, yeah? This is the right time of the season to peak. So I think if they really put their heads down and want it enough, they can get this job done. USyd, as good as they are missing 2 very key players in their lineup, and I think Melbourne should really take advantage of that, and they can get the job done. 2 very strong guards from USyd. We've got Carla Pittman, who was MVP in the 2022 season, and just blanked on her last name, but Katie, who is a New South Wales state player, teammate of Mira Coburn. So some very high quality players out in that USyd team, and despite those 2 not being there, this team is still very strong. So Melbourne Uni will need to knuckle down if they want to get the job done.
Any opportunity for Mira to maybe show a few old teammates sights of Melbourne tonight, you think, or an early bedtime with the game on Wednesday?
I don't know if you saw the TikTok or the reel that was on Instagram. Sorry, I just got shouted at through my ear. There was a reel posted on, I think.
Big collision. Sorry to interrupt you there, Fina.
That's all right. I don't know where I was going with that point.
I think Hayley Cumming had realised that if she couldn't, she had to let that ball to roll for whatever reason, and was trying to get Davis to come over to help her out. Davis had no idea what was going on, and we're going to end up with an inbound.
A few unnecessary bruised knees there, I think. But,
yeah. I think Davis maybe owed a coffee for having to come up and cop the whack there on Cummings' behalf. She's with it. K-Roos is really putting pressure on. Now she loses the ball coming. K-Roos coming back the other way. She's got a cutter. This should be an easy layup, although it's a little bit too strong. The pressure applied to Walker down low.
Hayley Cumming doing well there to get back in play and do it. Enough trouble to, oh, that's great D there.
Yeah, Davis is on fire, did a cracking job there, putting pressure on Dalmeda. Now Melbourne back the other way, coming with it, three-pointer on the way, looks right, is right, rebounded by University of Sydney. Lauren Walker to bring the ball up. She's been the pacemaker, now she's met with the double-team trap, able to get rid of it. That's going to leave K-Roos open. She puts the ball on the court, refers it back to the corner now, and the driving layup is good. Laid in by Alexandria Oliver. She's got two there. 2-point lead to Sydney.
Oliver really used her speed there. Ooh, my goodness. Ariel, was that dribble necessary? Probably not, but she made it, so I'll let that slide.
A little bit hard of mouth for you there.
I'll be talking about that with her later. She'll make the joke that I always say she challenges herself by making things harder. And I think,
oh, how about that?
Not in Hayley Cummings' house. Oh, they've called the foul. That is not good.
Hayley is going to be flat out. We're going to have a look at the replay and see if it's an unjust. Close, didn't it?
Not in Hayley Cummings' house. She got all ball there. They might have called it on the body. Well, it could only be called on the body. Let's just say that if they've called that a hands foul.
See, the great thing about that moment particularly was that we sold it as a block, so when Hayley chops that out and puts it on her own socials...
well, Hayley won't be doing that herself. I'll be doing that later. But, yeah, I'll be sure to do that.
Big night of cutting for you, I think. 28-27, the lead is with Sydney. Opportunity to make it 29-27, and they do. So, really tight game. Not much to speak of in terms of big leads. It's only got out to a max of 7 points, and that was to advantage of University of Sydney.
Leah Cortell on for her first minutes of the game.
As Essex looks for Davis down low. Back to the bucket, turns around, spins through the lane, right-handed.
Nice.
Layup is good.
Layla Davis putting on a clinic right now.
Yeah, she's in serious touch today, Layla Davis, looking ominous.
She wants another 30-piece.
Here's Wills, thought about stepping into the two. Thinks better of it.
Oh.
Walker.
Shuffling feet there.
Yeah, doesn't mind a skid.
Get a hand.
Peter Newton coaching, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Davis fouls.
That's
and apologises to her bench there for getting a bit too involved.
The idea was right. She was just a little bit behind and got unlucky there. But we can't be having Layla Davis in foul trouble.
A little verdict on our commentary, perhaps.
Harvey is just mad that I don't give him more shout-outs.
Harvey, give me more.
Oh, yeah. He never listens back to it anyway.
See, you're in massive trouble now if you set yourself up early. We've got a whole game, Harvey, to stitch you up. So
yeah, exactly. If he gets on, hope you heard that bit.
We've got enough cameras to give you some seriously unflattering angles today, Harvey Moore. So
not that I'm in charge of that.
We'll have a word, I think, during half-time. Sydney from the line and a few subs. As they go for 2 for 2. 31 playing 29. 4 minutes remaining in the first half here at the Nona Lee Sports Centre. Mira Coburn checking back in.
See her go to work.
Going straight down to the paint as well. What's coming to come up for her. Now spaced out here from Melbourne. Here is Quartel. She's going to get around, drops it inside. That pass a little bit slow in getting there.
Oh, that's great from Rachel Smith there.
Yeah, Smith stuck with it and she'll get to the line laughing.
She gives a little sorry to Hayley Cumming, who was open in the corner, but I think Rach did well there to figure out where the defense was and how she could turn to the basket and use her strength down low. So that's good for Rach. And any foul trouble is good foul trouble for you, Sid.
I think the concern for Hayley Cumming in the corner there's nothing to bounce it off with the bank shot that we saw earlier.
If you'd been at the game last week, you would have seen her nail 3 beautiful swish triples, so don't knock her. Oh.
Little dunny roll on the free throw there. So 1 point advantage, the University of Sydney. This is a really impressive performance by Melbourne so far. Sydney just looking a little bit slow to get going on the offensive end.
Hayley Cumming, great defence there. She's really trying to get in the grill of Lauren Walker.
Oh, it's a long pass to Wills, who's open for 3 and nails it.
Ariel Edwards had plenty of time to get to that ball, so don't think she'll be too happy with that, and neither will Keith Nowak.
Yeah, probably just cheating a little bit on defence, just pushing to that strong side and leaving Wills open for 3. Here's Quartel, thought about the 3 herself. Now we'll drop it down low to Smith.
Nice work. Rachel Smith, put on a show.
Here's another who's scored at will today. Here's Walker. No points for her this quarter after starting hot. Oh, loose dribble picked up by Melbourne. Trail by 2, they can tie it up again. Here's Quartel for 3. They might take the lead on this three-pointer, and they do.
Leah Quartel very happy with himself there. That was a great shot there.
Never looked like missing, nothing but nylon. In the lead now, Melbourne. Mostly been playing with a 2-point disadvantage or with tied scores this quarter. Oh, that's a nice little move from Walker, whose shot is thrown out by Smith. Rachel Smith having herself a game today. Ariel Edwards now the other way. Her shot is tossed out as well. Is that a foul call or has she stepped out of play? Disadvantage or with tied. Look at this block here from Smith. Gets caught out. Walker, whose shot is thrown out by Smith. Coming along to help. Timeout called. 1 point advantage to Melbourne. 2.5 remaining in this first half, and could be seeing the signs of a boil over here at the Nona Lee Sports Centre.
Yeah, definitely, and like we spoke about before with our free throws, both teams in foul trouble here. So with 2.5 minutes to go, any more fouls will result from either team will result in free throws. So I think hopefully players can keep that in mind and, you know, not go away from their game plan, but definitely look to be more aggressive and take what they can under the basket and see if they can draw a foul. And not only get to the free throw line for some easy points, but also put key players for USyd in foul trouble and get them out of the game.
Yeah, encouraging start this. Melbourne have really shown up, and mentioned a few times that we are here all day. We've got the double header, so if you're enjoying your hoops on a Monday evening, be sure to stick around on the stream because we've got the rest of this one and then the men's game between University of Melbourne and the University of Sydney, which looms as a belter. Melbourne to start with the ball under their hoop. Opportunity to extend this lead. Here's Coburn. We'll be looking for her on the inbound. She cuts inside. They're not going to look in her direction.
4, 5 seconds. Oh,
Quartel, the floater.
Leah Quartel has come out to play here.
Yeah, hot hand off the bench. Here's Walker. 3-point lead, Melbourne. Might be their biggest of the evening so far. Here's Walker.
Oh, great defense there.
Pass was cut off, wasn't it?
Good eyes up play by Mira Coburn there. And let's see.
Oh, Quartel again. This time she's no good in the left hand.
Probably not the best look there, but she's been good so far, so probably just had a bets on herself there.
Trying to get moving here, University of Sydney. Here's Wills for 3. That's a good foot behind the arc. She's a touch strong. Coburn tips the rebound to a teammate. Hurled full court. What a pass that is to Smith. Inside. She sticks with it, lays it in for 2 more.
Great strength through her core there, Rachel Smith. Able to go up strong there with that shot. Finish through the contact.
Rachel Smith having an evening. Here's a 3-pointer for the University of Sydney in response. It's no good. Flying rebound by K-Roos.
Using those arms to get over the top and flip the ball back. Unlucky not to get the foul called there. Oh,
that pass a little bit long. K-Roos tried to keep it in. Thrown out of play. That was nearly concussion protocol on the sideline. And with a minute left, University of Melbourne, they lead it by 5 points. It's their biggest lead all day.
Yeah, and I think they'll only want to build on this lead and make sure they don't get too ahead of themselves. But going into the half with a good lead would be strong. Strong effort for the team so far.
Coburn looking for the cutter. Probably just a little bit too greedy on the pass. I think it's been tipped out of play. They'll get another go at it with 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
It's a good look, though, and credit to Hayley Cumming moving and getting the defence moving.
Oh, that pass has bounced on the line, I think. So Sydney will get the ball back. It's 55 seconds remaining.
I was just about to credit Amy Wookie there on her inbound passing. She has done a couple of good ones.
Oliver and Wills working with it in the guard slots for the University of Sydney. Here's Wills. Good from outside she is, but they're going to hot potato it around, and that shot wild now to play with foul called.
Mira Coburn coming through and I think getting a bit of arm action there.
It's the first foul on Coburn, which is it's a nice even spread for Melbourne,
Good from
which is
outside she
encouraging,
is,
so
but
not too much foul trouble to speak of. Hot potato it around, and that shot wild now to play with. They've got 3 on Dalmeda at this moment, so Sydney's dominant inside presence is in a bit of foul trouble up to half-time.
It's important that Melbourne Uni recognise that, and she's on the court right now with 42 seconds left. It'd be great if she could get a fourth in the first half. That would be nice. I think they should look into Mira Coburn here, or Rachel Smith alternatively.
Taking it slow is Hayley Cumming. She's got some space behind the arc, kicks it to the corner where there was an open shot. Now stepping through and back to Cumming. That was nice ball movement. Cumming lines it up, misses right. Rebounded by Sydney.
There. Just within the shot clock here. Sorry, the game clock here. And,
so 16 in the shot clock.
One more shot. No fouls. Optimal.
11 seconds on the clock. What can Wills do about it? She charges inside. Left-handed layup is too strong. They're going to get their own rebound, Sydney. Did rush that layup. They still had time. Now with 1 second. Quartel just needs to toss this up as time expires. She's too strong.
That one doesn't go. Half time.
Oh, great half from the University of Melbourne. 39-34 point leaders.
After what Paddy would call a sluggish start, I think the teams have come good, and it's definitely turned into a fiery contest.
Going to pay for that all day.
Although it was the first time I'll use play, which is something
20
in my match report.
23 points to 15 in that quarter
Although
alone
it was
from
the
Melbourne.
first shot. Yeah, really good effort there. And, I think what was really impressive was the ball movement and the ability to look for different players. And I
trying to
think
do
that
her best
was key to success throughout.
Here comes Holly
The
Wills.
game.
She's interrupted by
Obviously, when it
Poulos.
gets down to it, we'll need
That's a nice pass down low, though. That
some
should
of
be
the
an
stronger
easy
players
lay in the
to
end
step
for
up
Madeline.
and
Through contact, can't make it happen. Gets her own
I think
rebound, lays it in for 2.
Davis is a workhorse out there. She really earns her baskets, and her team.
Question for you. Where's our
4 on the clock.
Defense there was PG version. I think I can say that.
A few conversations.
He is
happening.
unavailable today, so we've got
Here's a 3
got
points
a
down low. Back to the bucket, turns around,
gun
spins
strip
through the
or
lane,
something.
right hand.
Nice.
Layup is good.
Layla Davis putting on a good job last night.
Yeah, she's in serious touch today,
Did
lad.
pretty well.
It's a
You might
long
get
pass
job.
to Wills, who's open for 3 and nails it.
Ariel Edwards had plenty of time to get to that
We
ball,
will
so,
have another game for you on Wednesday if you are tuning in, so make sure you do stick around for that
Here's
one. We'll
Quartel
take
for
you
3. They
quickly
might take
through
the lead on
box
this
score
three-pointer, and they
before
do.
we throw to a break. Half-time here at the Mernally Sports Centre. Let's have a look at the leading scorers.
Smith. Inside.
Oh,
She sticks
so-
with it, lays it in for
So
2
the
more.
leading squad,
Great
Melbourne, 8
strength
points
through
for
a call
Layla
there,
Davis,
Rachel
7
Smith.
points
for Rachel Smith.
Smith, and then 5 each for Leah Quartel in 5 minutes as well from Leah.
Yeah,
5
great
also
effort
for
by
Hayley
her.
Cumming. Yep.
Every player bar Amy Wookie so far, who's only played 4 minutes, has got on the scoreboard, so that's really great for Melbourne University.
Mira Coburn, they're a 9-point better side when she's been out there today so far. 5 of 9 from the line from Melbourne, which is, again, something they'll be keeping an eye on as this game progresses, but shot a pretty handy 44% from the field. If we look at the University of Sydney, they've shot 31% from the field. Their leading scorer is Holly Wills. She has 9. Madeline Dalmeda has 8 points. Lauren Walker, 6 points. So we'd given her 7, but she has 6 at the half-time, and that is where we'll leave you briefly. University of Melbourne, they lead at 39-34 at the long break. Intriguing first half. We'll see you on the other side of this.
Let's restart the whole thing. We've got time. We've got so many participants. So it's only 2 in at a time. Okay, here we go. Just about stays in. Here we go, everyone still in. We've got an airball short. And another airball short. The door's open somewhere.
Yeah, both gone.
And we got our first person knocked out. Thank goodness for that. Here we go. Keep playing, let's go. Here we go. The swish. Not sure this is within the crowd are going to request that we go again and we have a different winner. Here we go. One more game. Okay, you three, you ready? This one's for the prize on the line. Everyone happy? 3, 2, 1, go! First shot, this is under pressure. Everyone's still in so far.
Oh, God.
There we go, still in. Here we go, keep shooting, keep shooting. Everyone's still in?
Keep shooting.
Keep shooting. Okay, now you're out. Here we go. Sudden death.
Sudden death.
This is for all the prizes. And we have our winner. Round of applause, please. This gift card is all yours. Congratulations. Okay, we've got 5.5 minutes left until the second half restarts. Make sure you grab your popcorn.
Welcome back to the Nonalese Sports Centre. Second half hoops just seconds away for you today, and we've got the close one, as they would say in footy parlance. 39 playing 34. Uni-Melb in the lead against the undefeated University of Sydney as Fina Newton polishes off 3 sushi rolls and a handful of pretzels.
Watch yourself.
Beside me. I am in serious danger so far as this game's progressed. Sluggish start and now sushi rolls. Really
you're out of the job.
Really solid start here by the University of Melbourne. There's a good spread going on out there. So if you are on campus and you're watching in...
I actually think it's invite only.
Invite only?
Yeah.
Never mind. Just come watch the hoops anyway. I'm sure you can probably sneak through. No, I don't endorse that in the slightest. There is a good atmosphere here for some hoops this afternoon. Pettigrew and Fina Newton with you for the duration here. We've got the second half of this game and then the men's game as well into the evening. So your Monday night is sorted. As we're away here with the leading squad. Winged victory up by 5 points, looking to make a late run at the finals. 3-3 record, looking to make that 4-3 today. And then on Wednesday against Unitaz, here's Layla Davis for 3.
Beautiful 3 there by Slayla. She did quite a few of those in the last game, so good start to the second half for her here.
She's up to 11 points so far.
Oh, that's not your help.
And there's a
Lara.
three-pointer from Wills in response.
Lara Essex helping off there, strong side, and definitely not her help, especially with Holly Wills there in the corner, who's a known shooter.
Going away with it here come Sydney Siders, and that's a nice pass down low. That layup a little bit too strong on the fast break, and hitting off the backboard was Oliver. Now in response, Melbourne Uni the other way. Who's that off? It'll stay with Melbourne. As Layla Davis tries to chase that loose ball down. Played just a minute, 42 playing 37. That is Melbourne's biggest lead. Biggest lead of the day belongs to Sydney, who led it by 7 points in that first term. That tip pass does make its way to the corner. That's a great pass to Essex for 3. She's a little bit too strong. Taking the rebound is Wills. She'll go inside, sticks with the right-handed floater, no good. Rebound taken though. Dalmeida, she's no good as well. So University of Sydney just looking to target the inside, but not quite having the touch to start this second half. There's an open shot for Cummings. She's left that a little bit long. Just trading shots, but there's some pace on the ball at the moment, which won't make Melbourne too happy. That's a nice step through and layup. That's Alexandria Oliver for 2.
Melbourne Uni going to need to pick up their D-trans here, get back and in front of their players early on.
She's up to 6 points. And that pass just not on the same page there, Davis and Poulos, and it sails out of place on the ball at the moment, which won't make Melbourne too happy. It's a nice step through and late of the second half here. Nonalese Sports Centre, as we see a replay of that bucket for the University of Sydney. Walker's been trouble in that first term, especially now. She plays ball handler, gets all the way inside, leaves the shot short. Here's Poulos with the rebound, makes her way up the court. Happy to slow the pace on the left wing and hand it off. Seen a fair bit of Smith today. That's a kick to a long three-pointer, and it's swished. There's Hayley Cummings. She's starting to heat up from outside.
Hayley Cummings special there, the deep 3.
8 points for Cumming. Here's Wills again. She's going to go to her left and gets all the way inside, and she's fouled down low. We'll go to the line.
Unlucky there by Rachel Smith, but she'll want to stay out of foul trouble. Layla Davis just got beaten in baseline there, and Rachel Smith had to step up and was a little late. So the call's been made, and Holly Wills goes to the free throw line.
So a bit more transition and a little bit more outside play to start this second half. We saw first half, Fina, they were going inside and content to really smash bodies on bodies. Maybe the toll of that physicality showing up here?
Well, I think it's just similar to what we saw in the first quarter. So the play is just going a bit chaotic right now, and up and down, and soon enough the girls will hopefully find their rhythm again and slow down, like here what Hayley Cummings is doing right now.
Yeah, didn't like the look there. Essex gave it back to Cummings. She likes this one a little bit more. Goes all the way inside. Just left the layup short. Deserved the 2 points. On the glass, though, is Smith.
Good use of her body there, Rachel Smith, and some good poise down low.
Biomedicine student on fire in this game. Open three-pointer though. Kay Roos didn't want it. Goes inside, right-handed floater. She misses to the left-hand side, tipped out of play. Sydney will get a second go at it with 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Lucky there for Melbourne Uni. One player was left wide open, Dalmeida, and she didn't even realise it. So definitely need to tighten that up in D-Trans and communicate a bit better.
Dalmeida's just sat on the end of the bench as well. She's got 3 early fouls in this one. That's a dangerous pass, and it's going to be cut off by Melbourne Uni in the end. Layla Davis the other way. Drops it off, gets it back, needs to be good with her footwork. She leaves the layup short.
2-on-1 play there with Davis and Cumming, and unfortunately they didn't take the most of it.
She's not happy with the call there at all, was Lauren Walker. She's been called for the travel. Still daggers at the referee all the way back up the court. It's happened a couple of times, particularly. We noticed it in particular with Lauren Walker's feet, just looking to get a bit like tiptoeing along and skating. And she's been caught out there. So 7-point lead for Melbourne. That's its largest lead of the game so far, and the largest lead of the game for either side. And it's been a come from behind bit of play here for Melbourne since that first quarter, where they did look, as I said on the comms, somewhat controversially, in Fina's view, a little sluggish to start. From the sideline, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Davis straight away, gets underneath the rim, can't make the layup. Whistle blows. Foul on Davis, I think, just chopping away there.
Davis probably had a bit more time under the basket than she thought. Unfortunately, it's resulted in a foul, but Mira Coburn, deep bench from Melbourne Uni, has come back on here, so they're not losing too much with that.
A 3 on Smith so far for Melbourne. 16 on the clock for Sydney to play with. Here's Wills. Needs a target on the outside. He's going to get one. Rumbling down the lane and laying that one in is Fogarty Bennett. To 5 points. Here's Davis. Done a fair bit of the ball handling duties today for Melbourne. Here's Coburn. She is a long way from home, you'd think, on the outside. 3-pointer on the way from Poulos. Right wing, no good.
Poulos really has the potential to get hot, so she just needs to keep her head up.
Right in front of us, looking for that ball. Melbourne Uni, they couldn't turn it over. And now Sydney content to slow it down. They trail by 5 points, the visitors, yet to lose a game all season. Wills, that was fancy footwork to the cup, if I can get that word out. No good though, and Davis will pick it up. Here's Poulos all the way inside. Essex turning around with the left hand, drops it in for 2 more. 7-point lead re-established.
Really good ball movement there by Melbourne Uni, and just the right combination of speed up the court and poise.
Word of the year. It's another chance for Sydney. Left-hand layup over the top of the rim. Which is just throwing it really at the underside of the rim and hoping for the call. Fogarty Bennett. She gets it. She'll go to the line for 2.
Mira Coburn just needing to time that block a little bit better. Brought her hands down over the players' arms and heads, so the right in front of the referee too. So of course he had to call the foul.
Melbourne's late season run at a finals berth is looking pretty healthy at this moment right now. A little tray of brain food is getting pilfered.
Not by me, might I add.
It might be some favourable coverage or unfavourable coverage later on this evening. Stick with us for both games today. Melbourne Uni bring the ball back up. Here's the free throw falling there for Sydney. Oh, Poulos is open for 3. She's going to let it go from the left wing and drop it in.
Hopefully that's a big confidence boost for Poulos, because she can definitely hit more than one of those. So that's her first for the game, and I think she can only get hotter from here.
Double-digit lead to Melbourne. It's going to stay that way as they come up short on that offensive possession. Sydney, 3-pointer again. Could they get 2 in a row? No good there from Edwards. They'll get the ball back though. 13 seconds on the clock with Cumming now. Coburn's going to offer a screen right-hand side. Here comes Cumming. Pulls up short for the mid-range jumper. Misses left-hand side. Chased down and rebounded by Poulos. Fresh 14.
Great chase down by Poulos. She's really shown herself that she can rebound and shoot.
Edwards ignoring coming for a very long time. She finally gets it coming, goes inside and drops in the floater for 2. You've got to pass it to her. She's in good nick today.
Can't be a second look. It has to be the first look.
You can hear Hayley coming yelling at Ariel, Ariel, Ariel.
Yeah, it's a common theme in this team.
Wills thought about the 3. Needs to get some scoring moving for Sydney. It's not going to happen quite yet. Coburn's pass, though, is patted away. Inside now, and just maybe lucky to escape without the foul call there on Fogarty Bennett. She lays it in for 2 off the steal.
She'll be disappointed with that, Coburn.
Needs to be careful as well to not get herself in foul trouble. She plays the centre so well for Melbourne. Turned over, though. Here's a chance all the way inside. Laying it in for 2 points there, Lauren Walker. So a nice little 4-point brace there for Sydney. Sorry, Fina.
Oh, you said still in this game, they just need to be careful here, Melbourne Uni, and make sure that, like Hayley Cummings doing right now, that they slow down the play and look for the best shot possible.
Rossi's done a fair bit of that best shot possible play today. She drops it off to a charging runner. No good though on the layup there was Edwards. And now a 2-pointer on the way, and that's also off from Wookie. 8 points in at K-Roos with the basketball. Crosses over. She's got some room on the mid-range. Drops it off to Fogarty Bennett inside. No good.
Great hands there by Hayley Cummings. And a good help defense by Wookie, who's unlucky there with her floater. Continues the pressure here, though.
Go get it over half court, and Wills will do just so. High stepping, goes all the way inside, meets contact with Coburn, and it's a foul call. Mira not particularly happy with that whistle.
No, but also Vic Poulos, you got to appreciate that she was trying not to foul there, but needs to do a better job of pulling up the ball earlier, I'd say, and not allowing it.
And I just got a little chunk we saw on that replay there in front of us. So
yeah, Coburn probably should have opted for her other hand to block the ball there.
Wills with 2 opportunities at the line, and Sydney really need to get some scoring moving, you'd think. We've played 7.5 minutes of this third term. And that Melbourne lead blew out to double digits. On the way back now, Sydney, 2 of 2 from the line. There'll be some subs made here. Alexandra Croak checking in for the visitors as Holly Wills takes a seat. Edwards to Poulos, and she's left wide open. Now gets the opportunity to let go a 3, and she's over the top of the rim and no good. Ball bouncing out of play. Sydney will regain possession. Two and 20 remaining. Delicately poised, you'd think, for a big finish.
You'd hope. That is great defense by Layla Davis, and not a great call by the ref, I'm going to put out there.
Yeah, it did look like Walker sought out the contact with sticking out that forearm, try to barge her way through Davis there, and a fair bit of elbow in that one as well, which probably explains Layla Davis's reaction on the replay in front of you there.
It's also her 4th foul, so not nearly ideal.
Yeah, another look. Maybe her feet not quite set, but...
Well, she doesn't need to keep them set, but her hands were well up, and it was Lauren Walker who initiated the contact, so that's just unlucky there.
There's an opportunity for Sydney at the line, and Walker does look lethal from the charity stripe. Edwards also taking a seat, which means we'll see Hayley coming again.
The Lara Essex fan club is back and loud upstairs, so that's good for Essex, and let's hope they can build some energy towards our Melbourne Uni team.
Coming in the corner, let's go a 3. Line drive, foul called on the shot, so she'll get 3 opportunities from the stripe.
That is a coach killer, and unfortunately for Lauren Walker, that was done right in front of coach Tom Garlett.
He's sort of pleading his case as well about probably some treatment at the other end of the court as we have another look at that particular foul call. Been good today, Hayley Cumming. Had a good run of orchestrating each offensive possession for Melbourne. Comes up short on the second of her 3 free throws, and a little bit of a giggle from a few teammates about how that one came out. There have been a few interesting looking jumpers today from Hayley Cumming.
I think that was less about the jumper and more about the the defender coming to box her out without realising that there was a third shot going up.
Is that a lane violation these days?
No, because she missed the shot anyway. It doesn't matter.
Here's Walker. Been busy today, has a screen opportunity with 5 on the shot clock, goes inside, left-handed layup, no good, but a foul again called, very whistle-happy. At either end, the referees.
This is not good for Melbourne University. This is not good for Melbourne University. Coburn now looking like she's in foul trouble too, with that being her 3rd or maybe 4th.
It's been
I
a
must
big
be speaking
quarter for
really
fouls.
loudly because the ref's staring at me. But Vic Pulse needs to do a better job there of pushing the ball handler to the screen to ensure that she's not requiring help from that big man down low who's now having to step off their player and up to hers.
4 for Davis, 3 each for Smith and Coburn. This is the screen in front of us as Melbourne Uni back the other way, and there is Smith laying it in for 2 more. Back up by 6 now, Melbourne.
Another screen coming Vic's way, so she needs to make sure she pushes it.
Walker gets through, then loads up the left-hander floater, and that's not really been the option for her today. They're going to get their own rebound, though, Sydney, and put in 2 more points through Oliver.
Oh, no, that's no good.
Oh, and it looked like a knee or an ankle injury
it's
there.
an ankle there for Hayley. Maybe someone's just stepped on it, or she's...
Oh, she is really sore, actually, there, Hayley Cummings. She's been helped off the court, so she'll take a seat. One of a quick look at that one on the replay screen is she's in a world of hurt at the moment, just taking a seat and taking that shoe off just about. We'll have a look here at where she did it, and goes up, and yeah, just the landing just seemed to not go well on that ankle. Speaking to Layla Davis there on the bench, 4-point lead now, Melbourne Uni only. Poulos is going to try and ratchet that back out to 6, so she can't make good on the mid-range jumper. They get their own rebound though, Melbourne Uni. 3-point on the way from Caudle perhaps, though. She travelled or stepped out of play.
No, they've called 3 seconds on Mira Coburn down low.
3 seconds on Coburn.
It's a tough one there. As a big, you want to be getting position in order for the pass in, but if your guards aren't having a look at you, you're at risk of getting caught inside the key.
Keep you updated on Hayley Cummings' condition as she's stretched out that leg on the bench. Meanwhile, University of Sydney, it comes loose. They will lose possession there on the referee's call. 46 seconds remaining. So you'd think 2 possessions apiece here. Well, 1 possession apiece at least, rather. Here's Essex. Goes inside for Smith, steps into the lane and muscles her way to the bucket.
Great work from Rachel Smith. She had a couple of options there, but she backed herself, and as she should.
9-second difference between shot and game clock. They're looking for the 2-for-1 here, Sydney. They rushed that one, and now the difference is nominal between shot and game clock. Melbourne they do go quickly, though. Essex saves it from out of play. Poulos, quick pull on the 3, leaves it short. Rebounded by Quartel. She's going to go inside and lay it in, the hoop and the harm.
Oh, well, she got lucky there because certainly with 14 seconds left on the clock and already 2 missed shots, I would have opted to bring the ball out and use the whole length of the clock. But credit to Cortell for nailing that shot and hopefully nailing this point as well. Oh.
No good on the free throw, so 12 seconds to play with here, Sydney.
Need to get back Melbourne Union and lock in on defence.
Wills with 7.
Good D there.
Right-handed drive, runs into Coburn down low, turnaround jumper, comes up short. Coburn tries to block out an opponent. Whistle sounds. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. So Melbourne University best placed to spoil Sydney's perfect run through this UBL season. They lead at 61-53, win victory, 8-point advantage into the final term.
8 points is not a lot, so I wouldn't go jinxing them with that, but
got to set it up.
Yeah, hopefully Melbourne Uni can stay in control. With 1 quarter to go, that's a long 10 minutes, and I think USyd have proved that they are a good team despite being low on a couple of starters, but I think Melbourne Uni need to just stick to their game plan and stick to what's been working. Hopefully Hayley Cummins might come back on, but at the moment it's looking unlikely with some ice on her ankle and elevating that foot following those Rice technique, but that's okay. There's plenty of other options for Melbourne University, and I think if they focus on that and don't let Hayley's injury get in the way, then they can finish this game strong. But they're going to need to be dogged in what they're doing and consistent throughout the quarter. I don't think they can afford any patchy moments of bad basketball or falling asleep on the defensive end either. So I think they're really going to need to lock in the rest of the 9 or so players on the team, and hopefully they can get the job done.
Yeah, 11 points for Hayley coming so far this evening. They've been a 10-point better side with her on the court as well, to go with 6 assists and 4 rebounds. So she's been all over the box score, but they might have to play this fourth term and perhaps the game on Wednesday as well against Unitas without her. 13 points to Rachel Smith. She leads all scorers for Melbourne Uni, and 11 points also for Layla Davis, though she's in foul trouble. She's got 4 assists to her, 3 on Smith, 3 on Mira Coburn. Holly Wills is 15 for Sydney, 11 Lauren Walker.
61-53.
So we're all set for an exciting fourth quarter, you'd think. University of Sydney are going to have to haul in this 8-point lead. We've had 4 lead changes in this game already. We've been tied on 5 occasions. Biggest lead in the match, Melbourne Uni were up by 12 points in that quarter. They led it by 1 point at 54-42. Now they've got 10 minutes left for them to hold on to this game. Wills with it, left wing.
Melbourne Uni opting for a zone here, and with Mira Coburn and Layla Davis in foul trouble, neither of them were willing to risk it there, just kept their hands straight up, and USyd were able to get a basket.
Their side of things to come with Dalmeida down low, looking for her. Here's Poulos for 3 right wing. That looks too strong. Rebounded by Sydney. Cut 2 points into the lead already. Here's Wills on the break. All right, look at that zone. That's going to mean an open shot for Walker, though. The lefty shooter lets it loose and is unlucky to miss. Rebound could be chased down by Melbourne. It's gone out of play, and that will mean Sydney will get a second chance at it.
With this zone, Melbourne Uni really need to make sure that they're getting out to shooters and they're aware of who they are, because we can't be getting the likes of Lauren Walker open on the 3-point line.
How good's Cortell communicating that? Now pushing up, really in the face of the Sydney Uni players, then hitting the deck. A foul called for a block. That might have been Cortell getting a little bit too aggressive there on the help defence.
As long as it's not on Davis.
We're happy, aren't we? So Lauren Walker looks like the one who's going to push it here. She's at the line for an opportunity for 2. Makes good on the first one. Gives every indication of going the distance, this one. 61 playing 56 at the moment. Make that 61-57. Played a minute. They've already cut halfway into Melbourne's 3-quarter time lead here, Sydney. 4 points in it. Davis with the assistance of the screen. They fired around to Cortell in the corner. Big minutes from her, you'd think, in this fourth quarter. Whistle sounds, jump ball. It's going to stick with Melbourne.
A little bit more ball movement, less dribbling, I think, for Melbourne is key, and definitely looking inside. They've got both Rachel Smith and Mira Coburn down low, and with Dalmeida in foul trouble, they should want to go up against her. Don't foul.
Wills now with it. Dalmeida, a big block on the defensive end of the court, and then causing problems on the offensive end with 4 seconds on the clock. K-Roos for 3, lets it go, a little bit long, rebounded by Davis. Got clipped around the head, fires it ahead to Cortell. She should charge down the court for this layup, she misses. Lead remains at 4 points. Now in transition to the University of Sydney. Wills lost the handle. That'll mean that Melbourne Uni can slow it down. Walker. So that's a dangerous pass across the court and tipped out of play by Poulos. Wills pointing to K-Roos at the top of the arc. That's where she wanted Walker to pass the ball. They'll get the ball back with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Timeout called. Coaches want to talk to their players here, and maybe just give them a breather. It's been fast-paced first couple minutes, and it's a long way to go. So players just need to take a deep breath and focus on what their game plan is.
So in this position, if you're Melbourne, slender lead, player probably injured on the bench that we're not going to see. I dare say it's very, very unlikely we'll see Haley coming again. But what would you be thinking right now if you're ahead?
I wouldn't be thinking that's much of a lead. I'd want to look to extend it. I'd be happy that we've got a bit of breathing room, but considering how well USyd can shoot the 3 ball, I wouldn't be counting them out just yet. I would just want to get through offensive sets and use that clock. Obviously not wanting to hold the ball, you don't have that good of a lead, and there's too much time left on the clock, but they don't need to rush anything, and they just need to get good looks, and I don't think the last couple of times down the court they have got that, so just have a little bit more composure in what they're doing and make sure that they're getting the best look possible within the 24 seconds.
Both teams out of their huddles. Zone defence that Melbourne are playing, is that an indicator of Sydney's offence, or probably just dealing with...
They're probably wanting to sort of clog the key with that and maybe just throw something different Sydney's way to ensure that they're not getting too comfortable in their offence. I mean, Lauren Walker has already proved that she can get over screens and make it hell for players inside, and so hopefully the zone is opting to stop that from happening. And yeah, but they do need to be careful of those 3-point shooters, so communication is key within a zone.
It looks like USyd are employing one as well. Sticking in that key for Smith. Poulos for 3, a little bit of a contest on it. She's a touch short. It's not too far away at all for Vic Poulos.
No, not at all, but...
He's finding a range.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we'd be wanting just that shot right now, and I think that Rachel Smith and Mira Coburn should be looking to a high-low action rather than just relying on three-pointers, because USyd have done a good job so far at boxing out, and I think... Oh, out of here, says Mira.
Speaking of high-low action, we're getting a lovely high angle from up there in the bleachers, which are looking pretty full on a Monday evening. Good little turnout, some clapping sticks up there as well to make some noise. So if you are out and about on campus, see if you can make your way down. Here's Walker inside, volume shooter, but hasn't been able to get in any rhythm,
and that's
really.
Dalmeida's 4th foul there, so that's a great job there, and Tom Garlett will not be happy that she got her 4th so far away from their own basket, but I mean from on defence, but that's good work, and that's something that Melbourne Uni should keep in mind now. I'd be suggesting they might give it to Rachel Smith from Mira Coburn down low and to try and draw that foul on Dalmeida, that 5th foul, and get her out of the game.
Yeah, she's staying down low as well, Dalmeida, so they're going to give every opportunity. Here's Essex, left wing. There is Smith. She's going to go at Dalmeida, who keeps her hands up. No foul called. She gets the rebound there, Dalmeida.
Probably could have dished to Mira there. She was open.
Here she is on the other end. Dalmeida goes up. Coburn fouls. That's 4 on her.
Defensive transition just not good enough for Melbourne University there, and they're leaving players like Coburn having to foul on that or to at least contest the shot. Oh, maybe it's not her 5th, is it 4th?
4th, yeah.
Yeah, that's lucky there.
You can see the expression of face Coburn. She put one hand up and then too late with the second, and grimaced, understanding the issue there. So Dalmeida hits the line and is short on the first one. So both Coburn and Layla Davis with 4 fouls on them here for the University of Melbourne, and with a reduced bench as well. It's Haley Cumming still with that leg elevated. No good on either 3 throw though, the University of Sydney. Here's Essex for 3. Just leaves it to the right of touch. Lots of 3-point attempts this quarter from Melbourne. Here's Essex playing defence the other way. That's going to leave K-Roos open. Dead on 3-pointer is good. Cuts the lead to a point.
Earlier in the game, that shot by Essex probably would have been a good choice, but in the context of the game right now, I'd say probably not, unless she's got the hot hand.
Smith's airball chased down by Coburn. Here's a 3-pointer from Poulos. She just can't quite find her range at the moment. Misses left, and now University of Sydney with an opportunity to take the lead in this one. Carus comes up. She's met by Essex. Drops it off. Driving inside now, Oliver. Leaves it for Wills. Lots of ball movement. Ends up with Carus. Mid-range jumper. Dribbles off the side of the
by
ring.
Layla Davis there, and a good push here.
Essex the other way. Chases down that ball.
It's always a good idea to push the ball, but not necessarily need to shoot it. And this is good by Melbourne University right now.
Lots of movement on this one to Essex. She's short, though. Just a bit of a wild shot in the end by Lara. Just about halfway through this final turn here at the Nunallee Sports Centre. Here's Carus, dead on three
short.
again. That's short. Finney Newton saw it a mile away. So with both sides just forcing some outside shots where hitting the paint would probably do better. Here's Poulos. Davis picked up by Carus, spins inside, pushes into contact. A circus layup, that nearly fell in. That would have been miraculous. Coburn with the offensive board. Here's Poulos back the other way, and she's a little bit right on that right-handed floater.
I think that
Walker for three. She's wide open. She drops it in. Sydney take the lead. That's a timeout for Melbourne. Well, they've come back from 8 points down at the three-quarter time break, and we're halfway through this fourth quarter, and they're back in front, the University of Sydney. 63 leading 61. The visitors are up.
I think Melbourne University are underestimating their size advantage inside right now, and I think a few too many threes, considering our shooting percentage, is not the best option for the team right now, and I think especially if Rachel Smith gets it high, she should look to dunk it off into Mira Coburn, who has that length and that height to shoot over the defenders and potentially even draw a foul. But right now, we're playing USID's game, right? We're taking the shots USID want us to take, and despite fighting for rebounds, we're not getting the best looks we can. So I think Melbourne Uni just need to take a breather and think about who their best options are and get those people the ball right now. And defensively, they need to get back and pick up the ball carrier early, because Holly Wills is doing some strong drives down the court and just looking to dish to her teammates. So you definitely need to pick her up earlier, and for one of the players on maybe 1 or 2 fouls, even think about picking her up and giving her a hands foul at the court if they think it will save the team down the other end.
Yeah, both teams with 2 fouls on them apiece, so a fair bit of wiggle room there.
The likes of Cortell, Essex, even Poulos could afford to foul the court, so I think we'd rather they foul there than have the likes of Davis or Coburn foul down the other end.
Poulos again for 3. She's been trying to shoot her way out of this slump and can't do it on that occasion. Davis battling for the rebound, well played, then puts up a wild shot, and again just can't get it to fall here, Melbourne.
I think Davis has a good look underneath, but I think oh my goodness, 2 hands. I don't know why Mira looks so surprised when the ball comes at her, but
And with another opportunity now, Davis fires
here we
it into
go.
Coburn.
This is a good look.
That's better. Poulos down low. Probably just needed to get the shot up rather than dribble it. Coburn's going to get it back. Open shot here for Essex. Dead on three-pointer. Leaves it right.
Mira needs to go up with that. We're not good shooting well from deep, and I think the inside shot is just as good a look, if not better.
2-point lead for the visiting squad. Carus. She doesn't mind a 3-point shot. She goes inside to Walker, favouring her left-hand side, fires it across the court, finds Wills open for 3. That's a swish. She's been white hot from behind the arc, and now the University of Sydney, they've got a 2-possession lead, 61-66.
Bit late there, Mira Coburn wide open down.
Just falling apart
the ring.
on the offensive end here, Melbourne. Davis losing the handle. It's going to go to University of Sydney, is it?
That was tapped out by USID.
The referee overruling the other. She's not happy with the call there. It's Tom Garlop.
8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Bit of back and forth with the referee. All smiles in the end. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the corner. Davis has a 3-pointer. They need her to get out of this slump, Melbourne, but she can't make it.
Melbourne, you need to work harder on those boards. They're just accepting being pushed back.
Oh, Wills just walks into a 3-pointer. She is white hot at the moment. Back-to-back three-pointers from Holly Wills, and now that's an 8-point advantage to Sydney. Essex the other way, can't make it on the short mid-range jumper. They'll battle over the loose ball. Multiple whistles, sounding jump ball. It'll end up with the University of Sydney.
Melbourne Uni just not playing smart basketball right now, and I think they just need to take a deep breath. 3 minutes is plenty of time. It's just a few scores between them, and right now the thing that's killing them is their D-trans and allowing USIT to get hot from deep. And USIT are just confidently taking shots right now, and I think that's what's got them in the lead. And Melbourne Uni just need to work a little bit harder and not give up so much on the O boards. I mean, they're just getting boxed out and they're just standing there still. So I think they need to fight a little bit harder on that end. And I'm sure they're tired, but it's only 3 minutes left, and if they want a chance of progressing in this season and getting the win done, it's in these next 3 minutes that they need to really push through that fatigue and work really hard, particularly on the defensive end, but also just by staying smart and poised on the offensive end.
There's a stat for you. Melbourne scored 22 points in that third quarter. They led by 61 points to 53 at the third term. Since that, the University of Sydney won on a 16-0 run in this quarter alone. So, yet to score a point, Melbourne University in this fourth quarter. After performing so well coming out of halftime, it might have been that injury to Hayley Cumming that sort of kicked their tyres a touch as a unit.
Hayley definitely helps in the point guard front. She's a great leader out there and knows how to get her team sorted, but I think just the shot choices by the team haven't been fantastic. I mean, really, they're just counting on their outside shots, and considering they haven't had the hottest shooting day, I wouldn't be counting on that. So
3 minutes remaining. Melbourne Uni needing to get the first point of the fourth quarter here and do so quickly.
Good defense so far.
Here's K-Roos. Drives inside the lane, right-handed layup through traffic is good.
That's not good enough there. They really shouldn't be allowing middle on their defense. It's just too easy for a player like K-Roo there to get in deep.
Three-pointer on the way from the corner, and Davis, she's left that short. Slump continuing for Melbourne. It's been Wills and K-Roos this quarter. Absolutely dynamite. Here's Wills again. Thought about the three, then drops it off to Walker. Quick ball movement. They've got an open shooter in the corner. Not going to take it with 10 seconds on the clock. Here's Walker. Wants an option inside. K-Roos puts it on the deck. Drives inside. Around the contact. Not quite enough power on that layup. Comes up short. Double-digit lead to Sydney. 61 plays 71. Melbourne trailing.
Go to work, Mira. Go to work.
That's what they've needed all quarter. Finally, Poulos. Open three-pointer. Can she make it on this occasion? No, just a touch long.
It's a good foul there by Poulos.
Yeah, fouling Alexandria Oliver, looking for that loose ball, but this is some turnaround from the University of Sydney there. Perfect record on the line. Trailed by 8 points coming into this quarter. They have completely shown up the University of Melbourne on their own court here in the fourth.
Good defense there by Vic Poulos. Oh, that's a hook.
Wills gets around, leaves the layup short. Pushed away from Davis. She's been fouled. Little clip around the neck, perhaps, for Layla Davis.
Davis trying to get everyone organised here, and as she should, I think. Oh, I'm hoping that Coburn has learnt from that kick out. Normally a great pass, but I think in this, like I've said before, the context of the game, she needs to go up strong there and potentially earn herself a trip to the line, if not a basket.
It's going to be a perfect 90 seconds. Davis, no good on the mid-range. Walker very content to slow this down. 10-point advantage. Approaching a minute left in this game. Wills right wing. Close checking here from Rachel Smith. Inside goes Wills and drops in the two-pointer. It's been her and K-Roos this quarter who have really dominated. 73 playing 61 as Poulos inside can't make the layup. Rebounding it is Smith. She's no good. Gang rebounding here, the University of Sydney. Walker the other way with 45 seconds, and that will just about do it, really.
Looks like Vic Poulos is going to do that. Oh.
Yeah. Poulos called for it. They've got one more, I believe, until they're into the bonus here. 12-point lead is the University of Sydney. It's their largest lead of the game and tied with the largest lead all day from either squad. Here's Walker inside, pass cut off by Poulos, who was clipped on the way to retrieving that loose ball. So Melbourne will get the ball back with 26 seconds remaining, rather.
Melbourne ball with 26 seconds left.
So a really great 3 quarters from Melbourne, but just not able to get it done in the last cleanup.
Yeah, unfortunately, they just let it go in this last quarter. I mean, I'd argue that perhaps it was only 2.5 good quarters, considering the so-called sluggish start they began with. But I think, yeah, there's lots to learn from this game, and I think USyd just proved too good in the end. And we're very locked in on their game plan and stuck to it. There was a bit of foul trouble and a bit of unlucky shooting meant that Melbourne Uni were more likely to lose confidence, and therefore...
Here we go, with the state coach, Tom Garlip, who might have a broken 4th metaparsal after that hit.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure he was asking for it.
So, cracking finish by the University of Sydney. We were all set for a close one, but scoring 20 points to 0 in that last turn. The University of Sydney coming home like a freight train to win. They remain undefeated in this UBL season. For Melbourne Uni, it's a 3-4 record, and needing results to well and truly go their way to play finals in this UBL competition. That'll do us for the first game here from Nonali Sports Centre. We'll join you again in 10 to 15 or so for the men's competition, the men's game between the University of Melbourne and the University of Sydney, which promises to be a cracker. Until then, Fenner Newton, we'll break now, and we'll catch you on the other side.
You don't think I could say that, but...
A few conversations being had.
Yeah.
Here's a 3 points down low. Back to the bucket, turns around, spins through the lane,
that's
right hand,
nice.
layup is good.
Layla Davis putting on a clinic right now.
Yeah, she's in serious touch today, Uni Taz. Here's Layla Davis for 3.
Beautiful 3 there by Slayla. She did quite a few of those in the last game.
She's up to 11 points so far.
Oh, that's not your help.
And there's a 3-pointer from Wills in response. He's on the ball at the moment, which won't make Melbourne too happy. That's a nice step through and layup. That's Alexandria Oliver for 2. The left wing and hand it off. So a fair bit of Smith today. That's a kick to a long 3-pointer, and it's swished. There's Hayley Cummings. She's starting to heat up. Moving for Sydney. It's not going to happen quite yet.
Oh.
Coburn's pass, though, is patted away. Inside now, and just maybe lucky to escape without the foul call there on Fogarty Bennett. She lays it in for 2. Essex playing defence the other way. That's going to leave K-Roos open. Dead on 3-pointer is good. Cuts the lead to a point.
Earlier.
She doesn't mind a 3-point shot. She goes inside to Walker, favouring her left-hand side, fires it across the court, finds Wills open for 3. That's a swish.
Just accepting being pushed back.
Oh, Wills just walks into a 3-pointer. She is white hot at the moment. Close checking here from Rachel Smith. Inside goes Wills and drops in the 2-pointer. It's been her. Welcome back to the Nona Lee Sports Centre, the second of our two-game brace this evening on a Monday night. Where would you rather be than the Melbourne University? And this is going to be an absolute humdinger, we think, between the Melbourne University and the Sydney University. Fina Newton confused on what that word actually means. We have the semi-final rematch between the Melbourne University and Sydney University. Sydney yet to lose a game, as is their women's team, which we saw about half an hour ago defeat Melbourne University. They're taking on the Melbourne Uni squad, who has only lost one game this season. They're 5-1, finals on the line. We are set for a cracking contest as I welcome in Fina Newton beside me in the commentary position.
Back again.
Ready to go.
Super ready.
This should be fun. So we'll have a quick look at the teams list. So for Sydney University, number 3, Chandler Skelton. Number 5, Henry Anderson. Number 6, Josh Payne. Number 7, Michael Jung. Number 8, Alexander Sidhu. Number 9, Jonathan Woodcock. Number 12, Matthew Wacher. Number 14, Mitchell Smith. Number 15, Campbell Green. Number 21, Jake Weinstein. Their head coach, Matthew Johnston. Melbourne University, the co-skippers, number 5, Josh McNally. And number 9, Dean Wiggett. Number 6, Will Bruin. Number 8, Lachlan Madden. Number 10, James Avgarinos. Number 12, Wilson Amos. Number 15, Matt Power. Number 16, Harvey Moore. Number 17, Ellis Bigar. And number 18, Kai Garneau. Sean King, the head coach. We are set to go here from the Nona League. Atmosphere is outstanding. Everyone on their feet here. First tip of the game, and we'll get our first look at Michael Jung to bring the ball up for Sydney University. McNally picks him up. Now Channing here, fantastic stuff. Campbell Green, the big man, he takes the middle. Watching him closely is Ellis Bigar, driving inside all the way to the rim, and a foul called. Some serious verticality there for Mitchell Smith. That'll be one to keep an eye on, Fina.
Yeah, definitely. And another one to keep an eye on is Ellis Bigar, this is just his second game of UBL this season after coming back from injury. And he warmed up into the Fed Uni game, but a look out for him today. They'll definitely need him, and physically he matches up well to the USyd team.
Mitchell Smith, education student out of the University of Sydney, opens the account for both squads. And he's 2 of 2 from the line. Really looking forward to the next hour and a half or so here from the Nona Lee Sports Centre. Here's McNally. Finds Wiggett, and they'll fling it around to Garneau in the high post. Fronts up, drives inside, runs into some contact, flicks it out to Wilson Amos. He likes that mid-range jumper, can't throw it out on this occasion. With pace on the ball, up comes Michael Jung. He's going to drop it back for a deep three for Wacher, who drops it in. Matthew Wacher. That's an encouraging sign from outside for the University of Sydney. Silences this crowd just a little bit early. Dion Wiggett the other way, he's rejected, gets his own rebound. Garneau to slow the ball a long way from home. Here's McNally, 12 on the shot clock.
Going to work inside is Ellis Bigar, and he muscles his way through. Weight room!
We might get some special comments from Mira Coburn if she's not careful, hanging around far too close to the commentary box to not become an asset.
Early thoughts, Mira?
Here's Jung for 3. That's good. 2 early three-pointers. They've come out firing the University of Sydney.
They sure have, and Dion Wiggett is getting plenty of attention early up the court. He handles it with ease and hands off to best bud Kai Garneau down low for the easy lay-in. Oh.
Lots of offense early in this game. Going to go back to Wacher. You want to watch him from three-point land. He's going to get around a screen. Now crosses over, goes all the way inside with ease. Right-handed layup. There's a call.
Yeah, they've called it on USyd there for Campbell Green setting a...
Illegal pick, was it, yeah?
Yeah, like what we like to call a shepherd.
That's University Oval there for that kind of call. We'll have a look at the replay here as Green rolling down the lane and then, just blocking out. Yeah. Good call on the shepherd, actually. That's exactly the technique.
Yeah, you are allowed to set a pick like that, but he's not allowed to move while he's doing it. And unfortunately, that has resulted in a Melbourne Uni ball down the other end. Ellis goes back to work down low.
Mitch Smith, it is under the bucket there. He's got a bit to worry about, and they're going to throw it away here, the University of Sydney.
They've got the numbers advantage here, and...
That's Wilson Amos's range, isn't it? But he's just a little bit off from mid-range on 2 occasions. Chases down this loose ball, gets it to turn over to Ellis Bigar again with the left hand. Amos just snatched that rebound. Garneau the other way.
I'm suddenly feeling very short.
9 seconds on the shot clock. McNally, step back 3. just a little bit long on it. Tip back out. Geez, another opportunity here for Melbourne University. Fresh 14 with Garneau. Back to Wiggett. Down the lane, rumbles through. Fina Newton is going nuts.
As I should be. Someone has to. Jan's too cool. He's playing it too cool.
That's a hoop that deserved that reaction. We'll have a look at the replay screen here. Dion Wiggett, the hoop and the harm, and a fair bit of contact too. Left-handed layup was good.
I think that is Campbell Green's second foul.
Yeah, looks like it. He's taking a long walk back to the bench.
That's in under 3 minutes in the first quarter. That's a good sign for Melbourne. You need to get him out of the game, and not so good signs for you, Sid. Oh.
Wiggett can't get the extra point.
I have a feeling that the ring down this side of the end is got a bit of glad wrap on it or something. The girls couldn't seem to find the bottom of the net this end either.
It's that annoying shrinking basket, isn't it?
Or maybe just the fact the crowd's looking at you from upstairs.
Here's Young, fired around with pace on it. Here he is open for three. Lines it up, just a little bit too long, but that's a good-looking shooting stroke from Michael Young on the outside. Melbourne Uni would be smart to watch out for that one. Here's Amos. Wants Big R to come up. He's going to drive inside to the right. Through contact, can't make it go. Young the other way. It's Mira again. She's too close to the microphone. Oh, Young, that's a 6-step back. Tries to set up an open shot from three. This is great help defence played by Melbourne University. And Ellis Big R, too big, too strong. They can't get past him. McNally the other way. Favouring his right side, he just gets caught up there. Garneau probably shouldn't have gone for that ball. Young's going to chase this down, turns it over, runs almost looking for the contact. That's well played by Dion, isn't it?
Yeah, well played by Dion, not to foul, but better played by Young.
And Young to keep his feet, really. He was expecting the contact and just about fell over. High-octane start, 2-point lead to the University of Sydney. And Spigar can't get that hook shot to go, gets his own rebound, rises up and rolls it in.
Let's you, Sid, know about it too. That left hook proving deadly for Ellis Bigger, and that's excellent D there by Dion Wiggett.
Wanting to find the open shooter, University of Sydney, that they do. Mitchell Smith fills it up from three.
Hits back at Ellis's comments after the play down the other end, but I have a feeling this is going to be a fiery contest.
McNally now going baseline. He's got a little bit of a bump to him as he stepped out of play on the way through. He has. He's pleading his case for a foul call. We'll have a look at the replay of Michael Young here, who managed to keep his feet after Wiggett just about pulled the chair on him.
That's exactly what it looked like, actually.
Here is Young. Needs to fire it around the arc. Won't get to do so, and they've turned it over. That pass, just no juice on it, really, from Chandler Skelton. Here's Dion Wiggett. McNally, he's got room for three. Lets it go, drops it in. He's given it a bit too there. I hope we get an angle of that for the replay because Josh McNally.
Thanks, Spud. Thanks, Spud. Didn't even say anything.
Right in front of us. That is magnificent. Here's University of Sydney the other way, and that's 2 points to Mitchell Smith. Spud McNally's coming right towards us again on the right wing.
Do it again, Spud.
Here's Wiggett. Drives inside, spins in the lane, drops in the 2 point. Oh, no, he stepped out of play, or was there a foul on the...
A foul earlier, I think, which was quite lucky because I don't know about that. That looked a bit of a trouble.
Here we go. A little opportunity for McNally here. If Fina Newton's going to show us exactly what she means with the reaction, because there it is. Pointing out our co-commentator, that is magnificent work from our guys in the booth there. If you're watching on YouTube.
Bit of me time there for me.
Fina Newton, that has made her day. I think she can just about go home now.
Yeah, I think so. You've got it from here, right, Paddy?
Pretty much as they'll drive inside University of Sydney. That's a cracking layup by Waiter. Geez, this is an entertaining contest. If you are on campus or in the area, make your way down because you're going to see some fun hoops. Here's Dion Wiggett with a double team to worry about, and they'll turn it over. Or the other way, this could be trouble with Sidhu. He's going to hold it up.
Lack of communication there by Melbourne Union. Dion had no idea he was about to be doubled from behind, and they could have let him know about it.
It's nice from Waiter. He can score it from just about anywhere. 6 point lead here for Sydney Uni.
Waiter was a big player in last year's game, and I think he's ready for revenge today.
He's rocked up. Garneau back to the basket. Turns through a double team, rises up, and a little piece of that. That was a nice little play by Alexander Sidhu, who was outsized on that occasion. Garno a good head taller than him, you'd think. Here's Wacher spinning through a little bit out of control, fires to the corner. That's adequate time for the three-point
Great
attempt.
closeout by Spud McNally there.
Skelton no good, and that ball's going to go in the direction of Melbourne University. We've played 7 high-octane minutes of basketball to open this one up, and it is a serious contest. 6-point advantage to the visiting squad, and we're going to be seeing a little bit of hands on knees, you'd imagine, through this game. There's Matthew Wacher. He looks already a little bit gassed because it's been a high transition back and forth game of basketball.
It sure has.
And Fina's absolutely loving it. Avgarinos has checked in. He goes to Big R down low. Nothing there. Here's Avgarinos again. He's going to drive inside. Tries to drop it off to the big man. Not forthcoming. Diving for the loose ball and retaining it. Matthew Sidhu. Alexander Sidhu, rather.
Ellis really had nowhere to go but the ground there, and unfortunately underneath him was
Alexander Sidhu there.
Yeah.
Who's been playing above his height in his limited minutes so far. He's got his hands full with the height of Big R and Garno down low. They're both in, so you can just about imagine where Melbourne Uni will be looking for their shots. Here's a crossover and a nice drive inside, a whistle on the play. I think a little push from Garno being called by the referee on Jake Weinstein.
Kai would like to think that was a friendly pat on the back, but I think the ref saw it a different way.
Yeah, a bit early for that cut. So 3 fouls apiece for the squads out there. 2 on a big man from Sydney University, Campbell Green. He's taken a seat on the bench. And you think we won't see him till the second quarter. Here's Wacher, drives baseline, foul on the play. So Melbourne Uni just looking a little bit too hard to try and reach in there perhaps, or stop the pace of Wacher, who has certainly shown that he can score from just about anyone on the court.
I'd be interested to know what Melbourne Uni are running on screens, because at the moment they seem to be letting or pushing the ball carrier to reject the screen, and unfortunately it's not working for them right now.
Here's Ellis Biggar rumbling down the lane. Sorry, Fina, and he's missed on that shot. Ball will go out of play. Melbourne will retain it. It's a little bit much screenplay there, Fina. So what does Melbourne have to change, really?
I mean, I think with their size and athleticism, they can afford to, at times, switch or at least show. And that will stop the baseline drive by USyd, which has earned themselves a few fouls already. And speaking of fouls, Dion Wiggett's just earned himself a trip to the line there on no other than Wacher.
And Wiggett and Wacher, that's going to be a fun battle all day. And
definitely. And I think if we can get Wacher in foul trouble early, that will restrict him for the rest of the game. Like, oh, what did I say about this ring? There's something about it.
Yeah, it's getting...
I'd say most of the
all
people
the time.
up there are here for Dion, but nonetheless, he is feeling the pressure.
They like that one behind the bucket. 14 plays 19. Tick under 3 minutes left in the first term. Been entertaining at the Nona Lee Sports Centre. Here's
Bit of a
Wacher.
mismatch down low. Avgarinos takes on...
Oh, Wacher down the lane. Gets inside left-handed. Just a subtle touch as well. Up and around the rim. Matthew Wacher has 9. White hot from the jump. Turnaround jumper available.
Just a little off for Matt Power there.
Powerful Matt Power. He's been very physical on a few games that we've seen here. Is all the way inside and laying that one in. It's been a Smith and Wacher combo.
Melbourne Uni seems to be getting beaten on this baseline drive, so I'm wondering, like I mentioned before with the screens.
Oh, it's a great steal. Josh Payne hearing it from his bench, and that's a nice up and under attempt, but great defence play by Power to come across and spoil Sidhu's up and under. Out of play, and Melbourne University will regain possession.
Madden into the game. Let's see if he's locked in.
Some shooting available there in Lockie Madden. He
Wilson
gets hot
Amos
quickly.
heads to the bench, but he's missed his first 3 middies, but I wouldn't be worried if I was him.
Well, that's a dangerous pass towards us, but Avgarinos reels it in. Now Wiggett puts the ball on the court, stops and pops, goes inside with the right hand. Deft touch, but doesn't fill it up. About 3 feet up the other way with the University of Sydney. Here's Young. Jung's got some space behind the arc, lets it loose for three. He could shoot the ball, Michael Jung, and he's not afraid to. That's a double-digit lead for the University of Sydney. 26 playing 14. We're under 90 seconds now left in this first term. 15 on the shot clock for Wiggett to play with. That's a fancy bit of a play, but he couldn't fill it up. Matt Power, second chance opportunity, tips it in.
That was just stunning. Speechless often.
Young Wiggett entertaining the crowd here at the Nona Lee Sports Centre, but he's side trail by 10 points. Here's Jung again for three. He lets it out and puts it in again.
I really need Melbourne Uni to stop that because otherwise I'm going to have to hear Paddy scream in my ear the rest of the game.
Jung's got 11. Fina Newton has a perforated eardrum. Here's Melbourne Uni back the other way. No good.
You said doing a great job of crashing the boards.
It's flying. Avgarino's playing back pocket, third defender across to put that out of play.
Gimme more Harvey Moore onto the court.
Look at this from Jung, just so much space on the left wing and pretty much no room for Lockie Madden to make up on a fast switch. And they're probably just playing, not really watching that weak side as much.
Yeah, probably a bit more communication needed there to know that you're on a shooter and the big man needs to communicate that and help off.
Amazingly, 3-point scorers for the Sydney University. Jung 11, Wacher 9, Smith 8. Everyone else scoreless. Here is Jung. Oh, he's going to step back for three. Surely not. Michael Jung is on fire.
Rather small lineup on court right now for the last shot of the quarter.
A little bit of a gap between shot and game clock. It's not going to matter for much for Madden. 16-point leaders, the University of Sydney. Madden's going to try and cut that to 13. Long on the shot. Sydney Uni with one last chance. Where's Jung in transition? They lose the ball as they look for that last shot. And that will do us for the first term. Exciting stuff. The University of Sydney making a break for it late. They lead at 32-16. At quarter time, Layla Davis letting us know with her facial expression what she thought of that one. 14 points to Michael Jung out of the hoop. That is fantastic stuff from the visiting point guard. He has been dynamite from the jump. 9 points apiece as well to the forward combination, Mitchell Smith and Matthew Wacher. Melbourne Uni, it's an even spread. Only Ellis Bigar really standing out on that scorecard. He's got 6 points all inside. Take a brief look at the highlights from that quarter, and you'll see a fair bit of Michael Jung featuring in that. Here's this three from Josh McNally, giving it absolutely heaps. All for Fina Newton again. As I said earlier, you can go home happy now.
Sure can.
What needs to change really for Melbourne Uni, apart from just stop the opposition scoring or alternatively score more points?
Yeah, definitely. I think they really need to figure out who's scoring, and I could answer that for them. Young, and I think they need to come up with a bit of plan and Jung and Wacher seem to be the go-tos, and I think they need a plan to stop them defensively. And I think offensively, as much as Dion is an amazing player, if they look to him every time, it becomes reliable for the defense. And USyd, being undefeated, have obviously got good defenders, and I think Dion will find his shots and find a way to get open if everybody else continues to play the game too. And I think they need to make sure that they utilise every option on the floor, and Dion is incredible, and he will get the shots when they come. And I think the same goes for the likes of Wilson Amos too, who's been a bit unlucky to begin with. But yeah, I think just not being as reliable offensively and defensively, just really locking down on those key players. And my suggestion would be no baseline drives.
Michael Jung, just while we have the box score in front of us, he's played 8 minutes of basketball. He's had 6 shots at the bucket. He's made 5 of them. He's 4 of 5 from 3. They're shooting 6 of 8 as a team, Sydney University. And at a 70.6% clip from the field. Melbourne Uni is 7 of 22. They're going at 31.8 from the field. So making the most of their opportunities. First look at Harvey Moore here. He's going to go all the way inside. A little strong on the layup. Whistle on the play. And an opportunity for Harvey from the line. Oh man, gimme more, Harvey Moore.
Gimme more.
Gimme more. You're the expert at that one, Fina, I think.
Come on.
I need to lift.
Nice, Harvey.
So looking through the box score, not much foul trouble really for either squad. 2 early ones on the big men though. Campbell Green and is that Kai Garneau from either squad with 2 apiece on them, but probably not an issue until they pick up that third, you'd think, Fina.
They stay sat right now, and unless things spiral out of control, I'd say they're going to stay.
Avgarinos stopped short of driving. Here's a chance for Power on the block. Couldn't make the layup. Flying in for a temperament rebound and trying to wrench that ball away from Josh Payne there. It was Power, but the ball will get back to the University of Sydney. Payne pretty happy with his efforts as he makes his way back up the court. Got to worry about Jung here. He's on Avgarinos. There's a bit of motion for him to get to that corner. Nothing getting there for him. Instead, they're going to go right. Jung trying to find himself some space. That pass is errant. Melbourne University are going to come away through Lockie Madden, who's going to take it coast to coast. Whistle on the play, and one.
And one. Lockie Madden's locked in. It's a great heads-up play by Lockie there. He had a couple of players running with him, but that little bit of change of pace up the court and sped off from his defender, got the foul and finished under the basket too. So that's a great look from him. And if he can make this, then the deficit will be 11 points.
Yeah, the rare moment on the 3-and-1 fast break where it's probably best to keep the ball in your own hands rather than dish it. Played that to perfection, did Lockie Madden. And doesn't quite make it 3 though. It's a one-handed rebound, pulled down.
I honestly think that could have been a bit of a violation.
Yeah,
It's tapped his foot.
Henry Anderson it was. Young's going to drive baseline, as you said, Fina. That's the problem. No look pass. They'll flick it around till it gets to the corner and Payne's over the top of the rim and
They'll
airballing
live
it.
with that. As long as they kept it out of Waiter and Young's hands.
Avgarinos is in trouble here. He's been trapped by 2 of them. He's thrown it
Job,
past half
3 on
court.
2, 3 on 2.
Moore needs to... He's thought about the corner. Instead, he's going to rise up himself. Doesn't get the shooter's roll.
Harvey loves a bit of a spin like that, but unfortunately there. It wasn't that it was a bad shot there, but he had no one underneath to get the rebound. So
Here's Payne to redeem himself. That's good for 3.
I'll take it. Oh.
Doesn't mind his own work, does Joshy Payne, I think.
Not really sure what the head tap's for, but make sure.
Foul to
I ask him after the
Avgarinos.
game.
Gets a 3-pointer in motion. He's well left. Here's Jung. Oh, he's going to fire that into the paint. What a pass and lay that is. The alley-oop up to Joshy Payne. He lays it in for 2 more, and this is some run by Sydney University again. They're up by 17 points. Off the foot of Avgarinos, and they're going to get the ball back, Sydney.
Similar issue in previous games here has been Melbourne Uni's D-Trans, and that highlight really shows it up there. So we've got Dion Wiggett and Wilson Amos back in, and we'll see what they can come up with and hopefully use their athleticism and length to stop such plays as we saw before.
You've got to worry about Michael Jung. He'll hand it off to Waiter. You've got to worry about him as well. He fires it to Josh Payne, who has the hot hand, and he's off to the right-hand side. He's either been nothing but net or nothing but air, really.
Absolutely. And right now he's had 2.
Oh, Moore is pulled down. High energy from Harvey Moore, but he'll feel that one tomorrow. He's driving through the paint and cop some treatment there. Probably just a trailing leg in the end from Henry Anderson.
And as you saw right there, that's how you want to hold a player off down low, what Matt Power did, rather than what we saw before, which resulted in an offensive foul.
Yeah, that's, even to use footy terms, that's fantastic stoppage play, holding back the midfielder to make room for your little blokes. But probably not well suited to the hardwood. 1 of 1 for Moore. Oh, rebounded by Amos. Jung tries to strip him, fouls him in fact. And in a mild state of disbelief there, Michael Jung, that was assessed to him. 16-point lead to the University of Sydney. We've played just a tick under 2.5 minutes in this second term. Melbourne starting the second term brightly, but Sydney University quickly reasserting dominance. So semi-final rematch so far going the way of the visiting squad. He's 14 on the shot clock. Oh, there's a lot of space for Wilson Amos down low. He's met by 2 defenders as the ball putted away from him. Jung's going to take it. Fires it to the other end of the court. Pass a little bit hot for Skelton. Flicks it back for the shooter and Waiter. He's long. More to Amos. He's got runner tracking behind him. He's got Madden in rhythm. He's going to drive inside. Right-handed layup a little bit too strong. Through traffic, Young the other way. Dictates the pace, slows it down. Now working on Amos. Waiter has a man down low in Smith. Oh, he's lost the ball there.
Very good job there by Lockie Madden and Dion Wiggett.
He had power there. Wiggett didn't go to him. Instead, he's going to hit the man in transition. Harvey Moore's no good.
Oh!
And a whistle on the play. And will end up against the University of Sydney from the baseline. And you look at the replay of that foul, and yeah, just Harvey Moore getting a little bit too handsy down low. It's been good though, Harvey Moore. It's good to see him for an extended period of time. Usually he seems to have his minutes truncated a little bit.
Yeah, so this is good for Harvey. He's already gotten on the board, and hopefully he can get his shooting hand warmed up.
That's nice from Chandler Skelton. Put the ball on the hardwood, got his way to the rim and picked up the contact on the way through. He'll have a chance to make it 19 points from the charity stripe.
Co-captain Spud McNally looking to come back on court for Lockie Madden.
Expect some energy and some shout-outs, I think.
Yeah, hopefully.
Just fleshing out the box score a little bit here, Sydney University, after it was Waiter, Smith and Young to start the game. Payne and Skelton stepping it up. There is the made and one for Chandler Skelton. Here's Moore, drops it to Wiggett. Oh, fast pass to Power, man in the air. Stuck with it, Matty Power, landed
Smart
two.
play there by Matt Power. I almost thought he should jump up in the air to earn the foul, but he got the easy two instead, so we'll take it.
That's another foul down low, so a foul-heavy quarter so far. 4 on the University of Sydney now. That's 3 on Melbourne. So we'd probably see the end of this half played out at the charity stripe, you'd think.
Yeah, I think so. You can see Sean King about to sub Ellis Biggar back on court, and I think that's a good move. He'll want to stay out of foul trouble, but he's only got the one right now, and I think they need him in the paint as a threat, and he was pretty good down low early on, so...
There is Biggar, just waiting on the sideline for his opportunity. McNally's checked back in. He's got the ball now. 12 on the shot clock. It's Harvey Moore. He's going to drive to his left, makes his way across the lane. That's a lovely pass to Wiggett, who lays it in.
Really good work there, off the ball movement. That's what we were talking about. Harvey drives and Dion can get open.
Finding room. Oh, that's a nice little move from Waiter, who drops it low to Smith. That is magnificent two-man play. Oh, nearly losing it. That's just the sign of the Sydney University's class, I think, on the offensive end of the floor. Amos now, he's in trouble with 3 defenders on him. He loses the ball. Wants to call there, Waiter to bring it up. He's picked up by McNally, crosses him over, brutally so, but loses the ball on the way to the hoop.
It's good work there by Spuddy to get his hands in and make up for the giant cross that Waiter handed him, but...
About to say, he saved himself appearing on a highlight reel there.
Wilson Amos struggling to find his rhythm in this game, but needs to keep his head up because it's sure to come, and when it does...
Smith again with 2 points. He joins Young on 14 for the evening. Here's Biggar back to the basket, fires it across to Moore for 3. He's dribbled it off the front of the rim. Oh, Biggar over the back, too big, too strong. Left-handed layup is good.
Should hit him with the 2 smalls right about now. This battle between Biggar and...
They can't figure it out on the defensive end here, Melbourne. They're just a little bit confused on matchups, and that time Waiter, he's going to pick up an opportunity at the line.
It's Amos's second foul, I believe, so Lockie Madden comes back. Oh.
27 plays 45, halfway through this second term. The University of Sydney yet to lose a game. As this one will take from the baseline at the line, apologies, and that's off a foot. And another opportunity from the University of Sydney, despite Josh McNally pleading his case.
Second time they've run that play and a man's got open, so I think Sean King is desperate for them to figure that out, and that's not the person you want to be leaving open, but...
Good pressure on Young, though. Waiter now gets some space inside. What can he create? It's a ball down low, losing the handle. And Campbell Green not able to stick with it. And
Campbell Green in foul trouble, so they should look to exploit that. And
Madden
it's
looked
off
at the back.
Oh,
No good.
not quite the Haley Cumming touch, but
What a pass that is to set the table for Chandler Skelton. Humming on the offensive end of the floor here, the University of Sydney. Now Madden, hit pass at the ankles of Amos. Here come the University of Sydney again. Young is waiting for the ball in the corner. Waiter's going to get it to him. He's going to find his way around Madden. He's going to get inside. That pass with not a lot of sauce on it. Bouncing around at the laces of these players. Now Young picks up the loose ball and hits the three-pointer. Michael Young has 17. He has 5 three-pointers. And he has come out hot. I think he came out of the womb hot, Michael Young. He has barely missed a shot today.
he hasn't. And
It might have been a foot on the line, actually, as we're seeing that goes up as a 2-pointer.
regardless, 50 points in less than a half is
Oh, no, it is a 3.
is not good at all, and Sean King will not be happy with his team's defensive efforts whatsoever. I mean, sometimes a player's just hot, but to allow so many other players to get involved as well, and to not be able to find that particular player on the three-point line is just not good enough, and I think the scoreline shows that. 50 points is just, with 4 minutes left to go, 50 points is just not. It's too high. It's way too high. Even in a men's match, that's just not what you want. Not enough defense being played, and obviously defense differs to offense, but
Yeah, it's just the 23-point advantage in the first half is a bit of a problem. And with 4 minutes remaining, this could push up to 60 or heaven forbid 70 really for Melbourne Uni. They haven't been able to stop the offensive set of Sydney University at all, and it's been set plays which have been the problem, as well as making the most of the scrap. And it's been that trio. It's been Young, it's been Smith and Waiter who have caused the mighty headaches on the defensive end of the court. Fina Newton is
sorry, I've been giving some intel from my friends. The one and only Joel Rhymes, you might know him. He's probably itching to get out there, considering he was a big part of Melbourne Uni's win last year. But right now he's just watching and giving me some intel.
Here's Wiggett down low. He's going to lose the ball.
Oh, careful not to foul there. That's unfortunate there. The key is looking very clogged, and
unlucky to not get the whistle there, Smith.
That would have been his third, so.
Here's Madden the other way. He stayed patient with Young leaping in the air, laid it in for 2. All the way to the other end of the court and tipped out a play. It's come off Amos.
God,
Says the
it's
official.
like a 100-metre, well, not 100-metre, but like a 20-metre sprint out there.
This from Madden, just great patience with Young leaping
beautiful
over
work
the top.
there from Lockie.
Oh,
And
Young's found himself a three-pointer. Surely not again. He's missed this one. Off the
That's
front
a
of the rim.
hook, surely. Yeah, nice work. Big Willie there.
Referee Fina Newton picking that one up.
You're not allowed to hook when you're going down low, so as a big man, you need to use your body but not your arms to hook around your defender. So Wilson did well to stand up strong there.
Offensive foul on Mitchell Smith. He has 15 points. That's his first foul of the evening. Madden the other way. Wiggett now with it. Young's picked him up, so giving away a bit of height here, Michael Young. Here's McNally. He's inside. He's tall timber down there. He's going to push it back out with 10 seconds now. Wiggett into the lane. Whistle. They'll take it from the baseline here, Melbourne. Foul there as Wiggett went inside. Just 3 players really in Wiggett's road there. And it's a nice little pass in it up, getting off to Big R, but Wiggett will go to the line because that has put Melbourne Uni into the bonus. It's a good way to slow the pace of this game.
Definitely,
Sean
and
King's
I think the look into Ellis is a good idea because he's got Campbell Green on him, and I think if he can earn himself a trip to the line or an and one play at least, that is a bonus for both Melbourne Uni on the offensive end and to get Campbell Green out.
So first one off by Dion Wiggett, and Waiter taking a rest for Sydney University. Splits his free throws. 20-point lead, University of Sydney. Oh, they've not really adjusted the other end of the court, though. Sprinting down there to cut that off was Wiggett. Now Young.
Great defense
trapped in a
there by
double
Ellis
team.
Bigger. It's a long way down for him.
Done well to get out there, Young. Now he's a good 2 metres behind
coming.
his three-point arc. He steps into the three-pointer and he leaves it to the right-hand side. Whistle on the play. Underneath the basket. Looked like it was given away there by Alexander Sidhu.
Wilson Amos doing a good job to earn himself another offensive foul.
We'll take him to the free throw line.
He will be shooting 2 here. So Melbourne Uni a chance to get the margin below 20. Definitely something they want to aim for. They want to be closer to 15-10 going into the big half break. So see what they can do. See if Wilson can get 2 points on the board.
He hasn't quite got that mid-range game going for himself yet. Amos, that's his first point, and the crowd here at the Natalie Sports Centre love it.
The free throw is kind of like a mid-range shot, so I guess if he can make these 2, then he might make his next one.
It's a good way to work yourself into the game. Amos off the heel this time. Oh nearly by Big Art. Going to taken away by Melbourne Uni is...
Nice work there.
Chandler Skiffin holding his mouth
I hate
there.
to say it, a little lucky, yeah, they could have been called for the foul. In the women's game, they would have called that, but
a little more lenient, perhaps, these refereeing match. Here's Young.
all it takes is another stop here for Uni, and they're on a bit of a roll. So it's a good switch there by Wilson Amos.
Here's Young. He's a bit shifty. Oh, that's a lovely pass to Green. Smith rather down low.
He's got the Melbourne Uni players on their toes. So
the Michael Young's highlight package from this game is going to be serious viewing. And he nearly has stolen that. In fact, he has stepped out of play there as he flicked that back to Smith. Fina all over it, really, right in front of us to our right there.
Go Big Willie.
Amos looking for Madden. Oh, he's fallen to the deck. Here's Big Art. Now Madden's okay. He's popped back up. Copped a bit of a shove. There's Amos rising up from mid-range. He's a little long. Oh, and that's an unconventional rebound. Skelton losing the handle.
Not actually sure what happened there, but
Young, he's got some room and a screen if he wants it. Dejan Wiggett going for the charge there. Not forthcoming, and meanwhile Green drops in 2 points.
Guess which direction Young was going, and he was right in that aspect.
Oh, Young's just stripped in there, having Sunday on both ends of the court. Now he's going to come up the other way. He's found the open man in transition. Well picked up by Wilson Amos, but
that's his third foul. Wilson.
Yeah, Smith draws one. He'll go up to 19 if he makes both of these shots, and Wilson Amos now has 3.
Kai Garno coming back onto the court here for Wilson Amos, who sits with 3.
Garno getting a big rest. Really haven't seen much of him at all in this second quarter.
He sat out the last game, I think, with a suspected ankle injury, or just a little niggle. But yeah, he's also had 2 fouls to his name, so he's probably been given a rest. And is back on now, hoping to have an impact.
23-point lead to Sydney University. A minute and a half remaining now. Madden, he loses his footing there as he makes his way up.
Good use of the body there.
All the way into the key, drops it to Wiggett, in trouble, and out of it. Back to Madden, open 3-pointer, on the way. He misses to the left-hand side. And
that should be a Melbourne Uni ball, and it is.
We're needing to turn this game around rather quickly here, Melbourne Uni. Can they get some sort of scoring spree to end this quarter? Give them something.
I'd be looking into Ellis Biggar down low.
McNally, high screen by Garno. Wants him cutting. McNally fakes the pass.
Oh! That was lovely.
It's lovely by Spud. He drops it in for 2 off the glass. Now the other way.
Oh, that's great defence there.
Waiter just probably trying to do a little bit too much. That's come off the finger of Dejan Wiggett, I reckon. Look at this from Spud McNally. Look at where his eyes go here. Beautifully selling this fake pass and getting the man moving to Mitchell Smith, looking to cut that off. McNally was in the air and laying it in for 2 as he went to his left there, Smith.
Great body control there by Spuddy.
I think he might like that on another re-watching, maybe later on this evening. To go with his little celly earlier.
Yeah, I love that. His partner Andia has turned up now, so I'm sure she will have appreciated that move. And next time he better score a 3. You better point at her.
Just having a little bit of a delay, I think, to fix a clock issue, I reckon. We've currently got 55.7 left, 13 on the shot clock for the Sydney University to play with. We're going to have an extra 2 seconds added. or 3 rather, 58.7 now on the clock.
Game clock is reset. 58.7, 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Beautiful court announcing as well.
I can barely tell he has an accent.
Waiter the other way. He's out of control. He's trying to almost throw the lob up the direction of Green, who misses on that layup. McNally the other way, pushing the pace. He's going to stop right in front of us on the right wing. Fires it across to Garneau. He's got Wiggett trying to move off ball for him. He's well picked up by Young. Now Garneau's just going to let out the 3. He's just missed that to the left, in truth. It wasn't far away. Fina just about covering her eyes at that shot. 31 seconds left. 12-second gap between shot and game clock. Garneau, not Garneau, goodness me. Waiter that was, having a shot at 3. He was no good. So now just the smallest of differences between the shot and game clock.
Getting a bit of deja vu here. I think we had a similar look at the end of the first.
Madden's going to take his time here, right in front of us. Now with 5 seconds on the shot clock, makes his move. Spins away from the defender. Drops it down to Garneau, who is fouled as the time expires.
And I think that may be Campbell Green's 3rd foul, which will... Is it?
It is. It would be his 3rd foul if that's assessed on him.
I can't tell. I don't know referee signals. Oh, 5.
Yeah, it does look like it's been given to Green.
Is that 15?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's his 3rd foul, and that is rough heading into the first half break. Not what they would have wanted, but good for Melbourne Uni.
2.3 seconds left, so Garneau will give Sydney University an opportunity here if he makes both, just to try and haul one. I'll be watching for Michael Young here.
And if he makes this, then he can take the deficit to 19 points, which would be better than 20 points going into the break.
And battles them both in, so it's giving them something to worry about now. Hauling it from three-quarter court, falling a little short, a fair bit short by Alexander Sidhu there. To end out our first half of this men's game, the rematch of last year's semi-final between the Melbourne University and Sydney University here at the Nonallee Sports Centre, and it's Sydney who lead it by 19 points, 56, playing 37. A high-scoring start by Sydney Uni, 32 points in the first quarter, another 24 in the second one. And Melbourne Uni getting 21 points in that second term, so a better showing from them on the box score after that first quarter break. Half-time here at the Nonallee Sports Centre. We'll take a short break and enjoy these highlights. We'll return. There's about a minute to go before the second half. That's going to go on for that ball. Young's going to chase this down. Turns it over. Well, runs almost looking for the contact. That's well played by Dion, isn't it?
Yeah, well played.
Just about go home now.
Yeah, I think so. You've got it from here, right, Paddy?
Pretty much as they'll drive it to University City. That's a cracking song. Oh, Waiter down the lane. Gets inside left-handed. Just a subtle touch as well. Up and around the rim. Matthew Waiter has 9. He's got some space behind the arc. Lets it loose for 3. He could shoot the ball, Michael Young, and he's not afraid to. That's a double-digit lead for the University. Down Wiggett entertaining the crowd here at the Nonallee Sports Centre, but he's side trail by 10 points. Here's Young again for 3. He lets it out and puts it in again.
I really need Melbourne Uni to stop.
Down Wiggett entertaining the crowd here at the Nonallee Sports Centre, but he's side trail by 10 points. Here's Young again for 3. He lets it out and puts it in again.
I really need Melbourne Uni to stop.
Pass is errant. Melbourne University are going to come away through Lockie Madden, who's going to take it coast to coast. Whistle on the play, and one.
And one. Lockie Madden's locked in. It's a great heads-up play by Lockie there. He had a couple of players running with him, but...
Corner in motion, he's well left. Here's Young. Oh, he's going to fire that to the paint. What a pass and lay that is. Finding room. Oh, that's a nice little move from Waiter, who drops it low to Smith. That is magnificent two-man play. The basket, fires it across to Moore for 3. He's dribbled it off the front of the rim. Oh, big O over the back. Too big, too strong. Left-handed layup is good.
Touch, but...
What a pass that is to set the table for Chandler Skelton. Inside that pass with not a lot of sauce on it. Bouncing around at the laces of these players. Now Young picks up the loose ball and hits the three-pointer. Michael
who's doing the robot to answer this one? I don't see any robot. I need you to do the robot first. You've got to do the robot dance. Someone give me the robot. That's the eligibility. Cheers. Otherwise, again, it's small coffee for me. Here's a robot. Okay. Which city has better food, Sydney or Melbourne? I think Melbourne. Is it Melbourne, people? Yeah, of course it is. Double coffee vouchers there. Okay, next question, please. Which city has a better cycle network, Sydney or Melbourne? Now, just first hand up. Is Melbourne the correct answer, people? Yeah, of course it is. Couple of coffee vouchers here.
Welcome back to the Nona Lee Sports and a big second half coming up. Sydney University 19-point leaders at the long break. We'll have a brief look at the box score before we get into the action for the second half. Leading scorers for the leading squad. Mitchell Smith leading all comers, 18 points for him. Michael Ewing, 17 points for Sydney University. He was shooting the lights out in that first quarter, especially 5 of 9 from deep. Melbourne University, 2 8-point scorers. Ellis Biggar on the inside, the big fella, the centre, and Dion Wiggett. He's got 8 points of his own, but Melbourne University needing a response and needing to make a comeback in this semi-final rematch. And here's Spud McNally throwing it up for Biggar. He can't make the take, now does at ground level. His shot is well off, rebounded by Wacher. So welcome in Fina Newton for our second half here. Fourth half of basketball for the day. How's the voice going?
Yeah, not bad. I just did some yapping to Sean King and asking him what his game plan was and then interrupting him and saying, no, let me guess.
That's a good start.
And I was right. So,
Here's your man McNally. He's a little bit unlucky there to not get the shooters rolling. Probably a little bit of touch in the hand as well. What is Sean King's plan coming into the second half?
Well, without giving it away too much, staying in front of our man defensively. Oh!
That's a nice block, isn't it, from Ellis Biggar? And he goes for the second opportunity. Unlucky to not get the roll there was Green. 11 seconds, back to Young.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Into the lane, steps back, fakes the mid-range jumper, now jumps across, little floater, needs the roll, not going to get it. Green flicks it up and in on the putback.
That was unlucky there, but basically stay in front of your man, don't overhelp, get back in D-trans, and offensively early, quick ball movement and not clogging the key. Oh, beautiful there, Dion Wiggett.
A bit of English on that as well.
A bit of English? What?
Surely you've heard that.
No.
Oh, dear. Maybe I've just made that up. But the nice little spin, like the off-spinner's action there.
Oh, different sport though, surely.
I put footy in. I may as well put cricket into this as well.
How do you put that into footy? Are you filming yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Mate, I need content.
TikTok?
No, probably not.
Okay.
I keep my head off TikTok if I can avoid it.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's trouble. It's not a great head, to be frank with you. Here's an opportunity for Sydney University. Wacher all the way inside.
It's good defence so far.
Oh, Wiggett the other way. Amos is there for him. He's going to drop it off.
That's beautiful. More English there.
More English. It's landing on the fourth stump line and turning back towards middle stump. There's Wacher just stepping through the lane and dropping it off for the mid-range jumper.
That was a better effort, I think, there by Melbourne University, but just need a bit of extra help there.
Here's McNally to Wiggett. Amos now, you look for that mid-range jumper that he hasn't been able to get going today. He rises up and that
there he
one's
is.
dribble in.
There he gets the first one. It wasn't pretty, but we'll take it, and hopefully he's confident moving into the rest of the game.
He's a volume shooter, and that's a thrown towards the ring. Young, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Certainly couldn't get high enough to jump. McNally hit the deck. He's now back up the other way and now open for three and letting it go from the left wing. Have a look at him. Spud McNally.
Welcome to the Spud Club.
He is giving it large to this.
What was that, Lucas? Could you just repeat that for me?
No, we really need to get
camera
that.
shy right now.
That's quite funny. Welcome to this. Here it is on the replay. Have a look at the celebration on him.
Oh, that was good. Pain was in my eyesight, but I'm pretty sure Spud did the good old point again.
Cuts the lead to 19 points.
That's great.
Well, rather 14 points. I'm looking at the wrong screen.
I was like, hold up.
If you're watching on our stream, that will make sense. If you're at the venue, you'll ask me what I'm on about.
Which one's correct, though?
That one is
okay.
46-60 for
That's brilliant. This is exactly what Melbourne Uni needed, and it's what obviously Sean King spoke about at halftime and what I predicted. So good to know we're all on the same page.
Have a look at Spud here, just listening in. Like
he's like a little dog waiting for a treat.
He's ready to go.
Oh.
Now you're filming.
What? No, I'm not.
So good start from Melbourne Uni. They've cut this to 14 points. Started out at 19. And they've taken a nice little chunk out of Sydney University's advantage as they look to spoil Sydney Uni's perfect record so far in this UBL season. Just 2.5 minutes played in this third quarter. And more energy for Melbourne University here at the Nona League. Here's Young. Fire around the key, looking for a target inside. Feet in concrete there from Smith. Now Waiter. He's got McNally on him. He's giving away some height there, McNally. Three-pointer on the way from Payne is no good.
It was an excellent contest by Wilson Amos. My God, he got some height on him.
He really can jump. Dion Wiggett, talking about jumping, he gets all the way to the rim.
And that is Campbell Green's 4th foul, which is brilliant work. He will likely sit now, and that's...
How good's that camera from behind the bucket as Green, yeah, kept that arm down. Not happy with the call, but...
That's really good news for Melbourne Uni. As you can see now, you have Ellis Bigger and Kai Garno on the court, and Matt Power just waiting on the bench. So those 3 big bodies for Melbourne Uni, and USyd's biggest body, Campbell Green, has to now sit out with 4 fouls, and we've still got 17 minutes technically of game time, a bit more if you count all the breaks, but that's really good news for Melbourne Uni, and unfortunately they couldn't gather the ball there, but the next biggest for USyd seems to be Mitchell Smith, and if you are looking at the play right now, Ellis Bigger has a good head on him.
Yeah, Garno and Bigger have at least half a head, if not an entire head on the taller players out there for the University of Sydney. Bigger's down low. He's going to drop it off to Amos.
Another midi, there you go. That's the midi we've been talking about and what Big Willie has been waiting for.
That procedural stuff there from Wilson Amos. Here's Sidhu to Young. Wiggett's going to pick him up.
That's good,
Now
good. That's a switch there by Garno, but
got to look
does
for
the
Young
job.
again here because Garno has really giving away some height and gets a piece on that shot. Sidhu with 5 seconds on the shot clock, lets it loose from the corner, misses everything. This is a great start for the University of Melbourne. Now Dion Wiggett to cut this lead to single digits. That pass was well intended to McNally, though Young getting in the road, tipping it out of play. 18 seconds on the shot clock to play with. Living dangerously here at the University of Sydney. Their biggest player is on the bench with 4 fouls to his name. And they're rolling University of Melbourne with some real height. Here's Wiggett all the way, inside, couldn't make the layup, leapt for the rebound. Waiter ended up pulling it back for the University of Sydney and hits Sidhu at speed and lays it in over Garno.
Very tough finish. He had 2 players coming at him at different angles there and still managed to... Oh.
McNally has that plucked away, though, retrieves his own ball. Ellis Bigger, he turns inside, whistle on the play, a charge called. It's going to have to be the strategy at seek from Mitchell Smith.
May have just dipped the shoulder slightly there and the extension of the arm, although I think that may have been grabbed in the motion, but unlucky there for Ellis Bigger, and that is his 2nd foul, so he's still looking okay.
Yep, so they're not really in any sort of foul trouble whatsoever, Melbourne. Amos is the one with 3, but he plays at that forward position, so he's not going to be down low in the mixer.
Is only in trouble if he picks up Waiter.
So we're just removing a bit of sweat probably from the floor there. All good to go. 13-point lead for the University of Sydney. Chandler Skelton's in. And Michael Young picked up by Wiggett, crosses over. Wiggett looking for the steal, Young looking for the bucket. He can't make it. Garno pulls it off the rim. Pulls down the rebound, that pass errant. Young quick enough to get back and take that ball away. Waiter into the corner. Garno a long way from home there on the perimeter playing defence. Blowing past him, Skelton. Hitting Sidhu. He's got the open shooter. One pass too many. Amos picks it off and comes back the other way and rises up for 2. Listen, Amos heading up. You can see the fans loving that. Cracking shots there. Up behind that end of the court as there's Young. That shot no good. A rare offensive board with this unit, and well done by Smith. Stuck with it, puts back 2 points. So 13-point advantage, Melbourne University pressing. Wiggett to Amos, who is hot. Garno trying to make some space for him for the mid-ranger. Going to hand it off to Bigger. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Spins inside.
Oh, that's nice there by Ellis Bigger. I've heard that he's been working on that move a lot lately with his personal trainer, Tim Bamford. So shout out to Tim there for that excellent coaching.
Weicher gets it right back, though, at the rim. So for all the height they're giving up, Sydney University, they're able to respond at the offensive end of the floor. Back to 13 points. Wiggett to a cutting Garneau, who puts it down to Ellis Biggar, who dunks it with the two hands.
It's great inside work between three players there.
Response, Weicher is fouled on the way through.
I think that
Sean King
that might be
calling for a trouble.
Wilson's fourth there. And
Have a look at this there. This beautiful play by the two big guys. The handoff to Biggar, lovely slow motion, and little rim grazer for the big fella. Michael Young's going to take a seat. So a fair bit of scoring firepower for Sydney University now on the bench with Green and Young. And that's a travel. Pleading his case, Chandler Skelton, but they're going to give the ball back, which means that Melbourne Uni can put it into single digits with 4 minutes remaining in this third term. Wiggett's going to be picked up full court here by Weinstein. Haven't seen much of him today. Here's Wiggett down the lane, rumbling through, sticks with it with the right hand, gets his own board, puts it back in.
tough. The deficit is now under 10 points, and you can hear the energy in the crowd and the stadium, and a turnover now. Melbourne Uni back on the attack.
Here's a chance for Power, back to the bucket, spins through, right-handed layup.
Beautiful right hook play there. Matt Power being rewarded by his running in transition.
7-point lead now.
It's giving semi-final energy is what it is.
Down low, Sidhu, flicked away by McNally, ended up in the hands of Skelton, who gets inside. He's met solidly by Dion Wiggett, who had both hands in the air, but he's been assessed for the foul there. We'll have a look at that on the replay. Nice play by McNally with the active hands. Wiggett, the last man in the paint, getting both up and just probably clipping near the head region there of Skelton. He'll go up for 2. 4 fouls now on Melbourne University. They're in the bonus, Sydney, so that's probably where they'll be looking to score the majority of their points.
Dion Wiggett rocking some Sabrinas here. I respect, massive respect here. Not sure what that colourway is, but, you know, love it.
They look nice. Some good kicks out there, actually. I'm really liking Spud McNally, who's decided to go his own way with the bright lime green sneakers.
The best part about Spud's shoes right now is that the shoelaces are the same colour, so he listened to my advice post the last couple of games.
That's rare, isn't it, for Spud? So Henry Anderson checking in for the University of Sydney. His side leading by 9 points. Here's Garneau, long 2. That's no good. Probably not the shot for Kai. Back the other way, Sydney University. Sidhu's waiting. A long way from home. Weicher picked up by McNally, who gives away some height here. Garneau comes up to pick up Weicher. Drop down low. Garneau got a fair bit of that. He nearly smacked it into his own basket.
Kai with the deny!
Here comes Wiggett. Drops it off. Spud McNally for 3. Nearly a steal for Garneau as well. University of Sydney will retain it. Substitution, Young's back in. Have a look at this from Spud. I've never seen a person enjoy their own work more than Spud McNally.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Give Tom Papley a run for his money. 2:26 remaining in the third term. Young has Wiggett for company. Now Smith puts the ball on the floor. One of the foul, lost the handle. Melbourne will get the ball back. Goodness gracious me. A 3 cuts it to a 1-possession game. Wiggett beautiful behind the back move to escape Michael Young. Now we'll drive towards his right-hand side. He's met at the pass. Back to Garneau.
Shoot it, Kai, shoot it.
Faces up, gives it to Power. Now Amos driving, turning in the lane, rising up. He's fouled on the mid-range jumper.
So Amos has 4 fouls but has been put back in the play. Interesting call here by Sean King.
So, yeah, Wilson Amos probably, you'd expect him to not take as much of an active role in transition from here on out, you'd think.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's just not quite Vin Wilson's day. It's been an almost day. He shot the ball enough, but can't get it to fall as regularly.
They were down.
Does get this one to go, though. 5-point game. 2 minutes remaining. What can Young do about it? He's got Waiter and Smith with him, so all the scoring power for the University of Sydney is out there, but none of the height. Here is Young. He pushes Wiggett away. Back out to Smith. Three-pointer is line dry and no good. Young, that's an incredible rebound for the little fella. Took to the air, put it back up in one motion. 7 points, the lead now. They're just holding on by their fingertips here, the University of Sydney. McNally now with it. Crosses into the lane, scoops the layup, no good. Rebound Wiggett. Out of his hands, tapped away by Waiter. It'll return to the Melbourne University.
Spud's doing very well with his little look-away passes.
Surely.
But, yeah, I would have thought that was a push-off there by Young, but somehow the shortest player on the court got the ball back and was able to do a put-back there.
McNally looking for Wiggett on the far side. He gets inside, loses the ball, foul called.
It's Mitchell Smith now, but with his third foul, and considering he's the next best tall, big man.
He's just working.
Tall or big man, I should say, after Campbell Green, or on par with. That's not good signs for you, Sid.
It's working their way down the list at the moment, Melbourne University. Dion Wiggett, he's going to have that just about ripped away from him. Now coming back the other way, University of Sydney. It's with Waiter right in front of us on the right wing. Goes to his left, crosses over Power, spins, hits the corner for the shooter. He's going to drive inside. Surely that's a charge. Dick Weinstein running over Wiggett in the paint, or just outside of the paint. And that will mean Melbourne Uni will get the ball back. Under a minute left now. 7-point advantage. And for all their dominance really in the last 5 to 6 minutes, Melbourne Uni, they've still got a few possessions to make up here before they're on even pegging with the University of Sydney. But the way this game is going, you feel like it's almost inevitable, Fina.
Yeah, sorry, I was not listening to the thing you were saying there. Mesmerised by Jordan Allen's floor wiping there.
A fair bit going on next to our commentary booth.
Too busy fangirling all the boys out there because they're doing a great job.
What a pass it is to Amos, who drops in that 2-point jump up. No issues.
We're definitely carrying the momentum, Melbourne Uni are, and to be down by, 20 or 19 points at the half and to now have the score back to 5 is pretty good.
Pushing through that 3-pointer, no good. 29 seconds, 7-second gap between shot and game clock. Wiggett, he's going to cross over on Young. He's going to go inside. Amos wriggles his way into the lane. Thought about stepping back now, loses control of the ball. Weinstein the other way. Takes it the length of the court. He's met by Spud McNally, who plays
Great
capable defence.
Great effort there by Spuddy.
10.4 seconds remaining. How good is this in open court?
So good.
Clever to not give away the foul, Spud McNally. It would have been his first for the game, so no trouble for him. 10.4 seconds from the inbound. It's going to be with Young. He's going to take Wiggett outside. With 6 seconds now. Crosses over. Loses the dribble. Backs it to the corner. It's rejected by Dion Wiggett.
Huge play there by Dion Wiggett. Oh.
And that's a lift if ever you wanted one for Melbourne University.
Dion, more like defence there.
Dion says, not in my kitchen. 5-point lead for the University of Sydney going into the final quarter here from the Nonalea Sports Centre. What a game we've had. What a third quarter turnaround for Melbourne Uni. They trail by 19 points at the long break. They've taken 14 points out of that advantage for the visiting squad, and they've given themselves every chance now as we turn for home. A quick break for both squads. Need reminding that Sydney University are yet to drop a game in both the male and female competitions this season.
They got the better of the girls here today, but hopefully our men's team can get back from their big deficit here and now only trailing by 5 points. And with a quarter to go, that's not a lot of points, and I think they're well within their abilities to get back and get in front.
The only thing they need to do is ensure that they don't concede a 20-0 run.
Yeah, definitely. And also, hopefully, the likes of Bigger, Garneau and Wilson Amos can stay out of foul trouble.
So a quick look at the scorers. Mitchell Smith still leads all comers. He's got 20. 19 for Michael Young, and 11 there for Matthew Wacher. The printer is running out of ink, I reckon, over there at the scorer's table. For Melbourne University, an even spread, 13 points there for Dion Wiggett, 12 each for Ellis Biggar and Wilson Amos, who has forced his way into a 50% shooting night from the field. 11 points for Josh McNally, who has been exciting. The things that probably jump out from the scoreboard, box score rather, is Matthew Wacher, 7 rebounds and 7 assists to go along with his 11 points. And Ellis Biggar, he has been bigger than everyone else on that floor. He has 8 rebounds to go with his 12 points, 3 offensive rebounds. Dion Wiggett's had 4 rebounds, all of them on the offensive end of the court.
Yeah, he's pretty good like that. He, if he misses or if one of his teammates misses, he has a great eye for the ball and a hell of a jump too to go with it. So.
Worth noting that the biggest lead of the game, Sydney at one point led by 23 points, 50 points to 27.
An incredible comeback here by the boys.
They've been hauled in. Melbourne have not led the game at any point. So
yet.
We are set, aren't we?
Things to note also, I believe I said Campbell Green had 4 fouls, but he appearing on the score sheet and
there might have been some adjustments made, I think, from the screen that's up in front of us on the left-hand side.
It says 3 fouls, so technically he could be on the court right now.
Young to start us off, faces up with Wiggett. Payne driving right-hand side. Amos did well to get in his way without fouling in his travel there, Payne.
He did very good there.
This Young and Wiggett battle has been fun to watch. We've had front row seats all day. And thanks to the University of Melbourne for hosting us and Sportscast for getting this stream up. Here's Garneau back to the basket. That gets the roll as well. 3-point game.
He was sick of watching his teammates go to work in there, and he decided he wanted a piece of the action.
They're on their, well, not quite on their feet, but they're not far from it here. Here's Payne, right wing, favouring that right side. He's met upstairs solidly by Garneau.
Now they have the advantage going down the court.
McNally
what will they do with it?
to Wiggett.
Now only trailing by 1 point.
Here's Wacher, dead on 3, no good. Flying in and chasing down that rebound was Henry Anderson for the University of Sydney. Now Young can go to work. Picks up his dribble. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Payne with it. Steps back. Lets out the 3-pointer. Drops it in. That's exactly what they needed. A real momentum killer there from Payne. It stops Melbourne in their tracks. Now
Wilson
they have to
Amos shrugs that off a little bit, saying, what can I do with my 4 fouls? But
4-point lead to the University of Sydney. That's a great spin. And Wacher is fouled by a leaping Garneau. And that's his 3rd, Kai Garneau, who is wanting to chase down the referee for a conversation, I reckon, after that one. Yeah, really surprised by that Kai Garneau. He's been one who hasn't necessarily dominated this game as we were maybe expecting him to, Kai Garneau.
Yeah, well, previously he was the biggest guy on the court, but now with Ellis Biggar and Matt Power in the picture, he's not necessarily got the ball in his hands as much as he would have used to down low. So it's just about finding alternative ways to use him, and he has been a presence on defense. So despite that foul, he's been pretty good.
Campbell Green's back out there. Biggest man on the court for the University of Sydney. Wiggett to McNally, corner 3 on the way. Oh, he nearly put it in with the arm as well. Rolled over the rim. McNally to the line for 3, and that will put the lead, if he hits all 3 of them, back to 1 point.
Yeah, and knowing Spuddy, he'll plan on hitting all 3.
Do you reckon he'll celebrate each one as he has for his made 3-pointer?
Unless he hears about it from the crowd, probably not.
He's running out of celebrations today, Spuddy.
Oh, don't say that. Reuse, recycle. It's the second time that's happened today.
I'm not sure who it was. One of the University of Sydney players has just yelled out to his teammates going, oh, it's 3 shots, mate. There's Matthew Wacher there getting into the lane, and that's 3 points the hard way for Spuddy McNally. It's a one-possession game. They've come all the way back, Melbourne Uni, from 23 down. Here's Young across the lane. Waiter for three.
Not
They
who
keep
you want to
finding
leave
an
open
answer.
there.
Back to four then. Amos. Garnham a long way from home. We get the handoff into the lane. Loses control. Finds Garneau. Rises up.
There we go. That's a partnership we're used to seeing. Deadly last year and back at it again this year.
Free-flowing basketball. Young's going to stop short. Payne stops and pops. That's a beautiful looking shot from Payne, who absolutely loves his own work there as well. Oh, hitting the deck there is Waiter. Thrown up. It's an errant pass, probably from McNally. Oh, well done by Power to find that basketball loose amongst four defenders. Melbourne are going to hold on to it.
It's getting feisty. Arms are being thrown a bit here and bodies clashing.
Yeah, not a loose ball, really. That was a great pass from Wiggett as he lost his footing. So on our replay screen there, Garneau back to the basket. Spin cycle, rises up with the left hand, dribbles it in.
That's nice. Not much else Campbell Green could do there without risking a foul.
And they're going at Green as well. They know exactly what happens. Really, once Green gets into foul trouble.
And there he is.
Wow.
Getting his fourth there on the offensive end. So definitely not ideal and probably unnecessary there.
Got to be careful here because he's going back and forth with the referee.
Kai Garneau calls for a tech like he didn't get one himself last week. But, or the week before, actually, it might have been. But
So they're going to keep him out there, Green, with 4 fouls to his name. Reckon I can guess what Melbourne Uni are going to try and do here. Big R on him, driving inside Wiggett. Hands him up,
and that's
whistle
his
on
fifth.
it. And that's it for Campbell Green.
Not a particularly smart play there by the USID coach, but he's learned his lesson here and now he's been given a warning by the ref. So
Moving his feet, both hands in the air, and that is it.
not a crucial moment for the game, so I'm not sure why he felt the need to risk a foul there, but
they had a break
out.
for a sub as well because Matt Power came off for Melbourne. Oh, that's a brick by Wiggett.
Wiggett has struggled from the free throw line this season, and you can see it right there.
Yeah, that came out of the oven overcooked, that one. That's better. Two points in it. Still plenty of basketball left. Stick with us for the duration because this is going to the end. Rising up Payne. He's at the hot hand this quarter. Can't get that to go. Here's Dion Wiggett. An opportunity to take the lead for the first time today here, Melbourne University. Garneau. There's some serious lack of height here for Sydney University. Garneau is actually going to take the mid-range jumper. Surely it would go inside.
Yeah, maybe they're probably not like what we've said before. A good look, but not a great look. So
Starting to cause problems, this lack of height for Sydney Uni.
Wilson is doing an excellent job to ensure that he's not fouling, and unfortunately,
Spud McNally just giving away the foul there, chopping down at the arms of Sydney University player and pleading his case at the referee. Rarely do they change their minds, though.
no, and he can afford that foul. He's only on one, so.
It is Monday. Here's your 2-point game.
It's not like this game's boring or something. But
Big 6 minutes here for Alexander City, I reckon. He's having to play well above his height down low. Yeah, that's the second straight possession where Sydney Uni have got into the tall trees underneath the rim there with Melbourne University and not come up with a score, and Dion Wiggett has
beautiful
tied it
floater
up.
there.
They were 23 points down in the first half, Melbourne Uni. Scores are level at 79. Young inside, blocked by Big R. 3 straight possessions where Melbourne Uni have turned it over. Amos can take the lead here. Gives it to McNally for the lead. reckon that's going on the TikTok.
Yeah, I reckon so. Look, I'd be a bit jealous that he didn't point at me, but giving it to the USyd bench is just as good, I reckon. And
we're going to get a replay of this, I reckon, in a minute, and I think it's going to make your day. Have a look at this. Just too big, too strong, and probably McNally getting the first piece of that in transition, following up, lurking into the right wing, taking the extra second to set his feet and absolutely let him know. Was that the Miles Bridges as well? Don't mind that from Spuddy McNally.
Oh, he's feeling it, Spuddy. Lives for these big moments. And
the skipper, the co-skipper is on fire. He has got 15 on the day.
He didn't have quite as big a role last season in this team, and yet he's risen to the occasion as co-captain with Dion Wiggett, and he is taking it all in and providing in the crucial moments of this game. And let's hope we can see some more from Spuddy.
Great use of Fat Boy Slim as well by the DJ.
Love it. Excellent work there.
So, big 5 minutes for both squads. University of Sydney, they haven't lost a game over both the men's and women's sides the entirety of the season. Is that about to change? Melbourne Uni are 5-1, and this win would just about sew up a finals berth, you'd think. Semi-final rematch, and Fina Newton, how much would this mean to Melbourne if they can get over the line here?
Oh, huge. I won't be hearing about it for the rest of my life.
So we say that Sidhu, he's too long with a three-pointer, nothing but air. Other way, Amos. He's got really no one running with him. McNally hands up in the corner. Here's Wiggett, picked up by Waitcher. Ellis Spigar, whistle on the play. Offensive foul going against, I think, Ellis Spigar there. Or this might be against Amos, actually, and that will be him done for the day.
That's really tough there. Can we see a replay?
So Wilson Amos joins Campbell Green as the only place to be fouled out, and he's still
and if you're looking up,
with
if you're looking up and wondering which player Amos is, if you just look at the scoreboard, it's bright red, so you can't miss it.
Yeah, in that panning shot, it's that big streak of red you can see on that scoreboard in the background. Amos out of the game.
No, they haven't died, they're just sitting on the bench.
Lachlan Madden is in for him. Will that inject energy for the University of Sydney? Waitcher working on McNally and letting out the three.
Look up, look up, look up.
Gee, McNally has about a kilometre. Garneau instead will just slow it down. He wants Wiggett or Madden. Now it is with McNally. It's picked up by Waitcher. Garneau the screen. McNally into the lane. Drops it back with 10 seconds. Here's Wiggett with 6. No good. Rebounded by that shorter University of Sydney team.
Mitchell Smith working overtime there on the boards.
Can they pull this out of the fire as that's a foul called? And that's going to get Melbourne Uni into a bit of foul trouble as well. So that's another thing to keep track of. That is now 4. It's a great shot of the scoreboard to tell you exactly what you need to know. 4 and 11 seconds remaining. The next foul that University of Melbourne commit anywhere on the floor will go straight to the line for the University of Sydney, and with a much shorter squad out in the court at the moment, it's going to be what they're going to need to exploit. Waitcher's tried his guts out. He's up to 15. There's even a bit of energy from the court over the other side. I'm not sure what sport that is here at Melbourne Uni, but some volleyballs or something enjoying the showing today.
Oh, it's
Wiggett into the lane, rises up, good on the layup.
Beautiful work there.
4-point lead, so 2-possession game. Worth noting, Melbourne Uni had not led at any point during the game until right now. Young to Smith, to Waitcher. Working on his shot, inside, meets 3 Melbourne defenders. The whistle sounds for him. Garneau furious.
Saying it wasn't me and the ref just spitting back, yeah, it was.
So this earlier, but they rarely change their minds. So that is now 4 on Kai Garneau. So as much as we've spoken about the trouble for the University of Sydney big men, Garneau is 1 away from sitting. Matt Power is waiting for him. If he does need to check in, you'd think. Oh, 2 missed free throws at this point of the game is an absolute killer. Wiggett with ball handling duties. Screen offered by Biggar. He goes behind the back. Madden had some room. Now steps inside with 9 seconds to McNally for 3 again. Spud McNally's feeling himself. Everyone in the Nona Lee Sports Centre is feeling Spud McNally. Here's a 3-pointer from Payne to respond, and he buries it. How good is this game? Josh Payne again.
May as well be a semi-final at this rate.
The energy's outstanding. Wiggett all the way, can't make it happen. Ball out of play. It's going to the University of Sydney. 2 minutes, 53 seconds. We'll have a look at this from Spuddy again. Far too much room.
Quick release there, and he's also got the speed to blow by a defender. So
the other end with Joshy Payne. It's another replay of McNally apologies, which we love for our man.
I don't know what you do with this standing up business. I'm not into it. I'm sitting back down. I tried the standing up commentating.
It's all about your diaphragm.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Here comes Payne again. All the way inside. He falls to the court. It's a whistle again. And
I think that will be on Kai Garneau, which is just
it's
unnecessary.
Garneau, that's him done.
He's over-helping, and I just don't think... Yep, it is on Garneau, and it is his 5th, so I believe they will put... Or are they saying 5 team
No,
fouls?
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. It is his 5th.
So, for all intents and purposes, he should be seated, but they're just talking it over on who that was. I think it was actually going to be assessed to Biggar here. I think it has been, yep. So, Biggar's got 3.
Let's go, Paul Lauder. Lauder, let's go.
The Welsh accent really coming out now.
So 3 on Biggar, 4 on Garneau. 1 more on Biggar, and you believe to think that that's a bit of a problem. So 5 fouls and you're out. Melbourne Uni are over the bonus, so any foul all over the court will give Sydney University 2 shots, and they are now within 2 points. Or 3 points, rather. So 1 possession came Wiggett. Magic through the middle to Garneau. McNally slows it down. 18 on the clock.
Bit of poise necessary here, just using the clock.
Here's Biggar back to the
points.
bucket.
They don't need anything crazy.
Wiggett with 10. Inside. Can't make it happen. It was 87-85. 2-point game.
Shooter.
Open. 3-pointer. Young. He's off for the pretty much what it feels like the first time today, and a foul on the play.
He's thinking they should get out to...
The timeout now as well for Melbourne University. So Michael Young, he came out shooting, but he hasn't been able to continue that throughout the day as we get another look at this fast break.
They closed out to Payne, which I thought was a good option before I saw Young, but turns out it was a good option.
So, maybe just the enormous figure of Garneau on the closeout has probably put Young off his game again.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I just say, the music selection over the last
phenomenal.
6 or 7 minutes.
They really know how to build tension in this stadium.
I'm going to have to start filming again, Finn. I'm going to take a leaf out of your book. Come on, no, we got.
How is it a leaf out of my book when you're the one filming?
What happened with Josh?
I need to turn this way because the left is not my side.
There we go.
Okay, well now this just looks weird.
No, it's fine. So 87-85, 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this game. I can't get my phone to stand up.
Give it.
This is going to be some finish.
I'm going to forget that I'm on camera. Actually, this is good. I'm barely in it. Where is this going exactly?
Google Photos. And
oh, God.
That's about it. So 5 fouls on Melbourne Uni, 3 on the University of Sydney. Campbell Green, he's out of the game. He's been fouled out with 5. 6 points for him. He's University of Sydney's biggest option. Wilson Amos also out of the game for Melbourne University, playing the wing position. 4 on Kai Garneau, who's Melbourne Uni's biggest player. And perhaps Ellis Biggar is a touch larger than him. He's got 3 fouls. So that's what the equation is.
You sit in a zone now, looking to try and switch things up and make Melbourne Uni uncomfortable.
Garneau goes up. Second chance opportunity. Biggar.
Good tip in there by Biggar.
16 for him. 4-point advantage, Melbourne University. They're on their feet. Here go the University of Sydney, and they get open for the late. Mitchell Smith, he has worked his backside off today. 2-point game. Madden, three-pointer.
Ooh, yeah, lucky! Sorry for those at home. Didn't forget I was on the mic for a hot second.
5-point lead, Melbourne Uni. 90 seconds, Lockie Madden, massive three-pointer. Can they deep here, the University of Sydney, the visitors? Can they remain unbeaten in the UBL this year? It's Michael Young. He's out of control. He's rising up. He's fouled by Madden. Wearing him like a glove, Lockie Madden, Melbourne Uni's number 8.
It's a pretty good effort there by Lockie Madden on the defensive end, and at least he got some time off the clock. And if you look at the replay now, he nails a three.
And magnificent defence on Young, who has been outstanding all day. Great extra camera work here going on. So a little bit of a break just to clean up a spillage on the floor. So 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining in this game. On the clock here we've got. So 68 seconds in the bottom right-hand corner. It's 1:17. It's a 5-point game, so 2 possessions in it. Michael Young can make it 89-92. And he's been shooting the lights out all day and doesn't disappoint there with that first free throw.
It's anyone's game, really, depending on who finds the hot hand.
Great shot of Young. He's not put off by the noise here at the Nona Lee Sports Centre. 1 timeout remaining for Sydney University, 2 for Melbourne Uni. Here's Wiggett. Goes all the way inside. Oh, Ellis Biggar lucky to not give away a foul there. Now has the ball down low, rises up, no good. Rises up once more and lays it in for 2.
Too small there, Ellis Biggar.
Re-establishing that 5-point lead for the Melbourne University. What can Young do? Madden's going to pick him up. Screen offered here by Smith. He's going to explode to his left and makes his way down the lane, loses the ball. Taken away by Garno. He's got company. It's McNally. He thought about it. He gave it to Madden.
Excellent poise there shown by Spuddy. I'm sure he wanted nothing else but to shoot that ball, but very good decision by him there.
Madden is fouled. 4 fouls now on the University of Sydney. The next one they commit will put Melbourne Uni to the free throw line. That's probably a good equation to be in considering where this game is at. 5-point lead is Melbourne University, 15 on the shot clock.
They just need to look after the ball here, Melbourne Uni.
Where's McNally? Here he is. Young's going to pick him up. Double team now. Foul committed.
That was lucky. The corner is the one spot I would not want to catch the ball.
So Spud McNally's going to go to the free throw line. This will, if he makes both of these, it's a 20-point outing. He'll join Dejan Wiggett with 20 points. When they've needed a 3, it's been Spud McNally to deliver it. And now he's going to deliver from the free throw line. 6-point game. Said it a few times, but they trailed by 23 points. Melbourne Uni. One of 2 rather from McNally. 6 points in here. 3-pointer, Payne on the way. He's off. McNally with the rebound. Gets rid of it to Madden. 24 seconds remaining. Full court pass to Garno. Here's Ellis Biggar. He's fouled. 19.8 remaining.
Sean King rubbing his head. It's I'm sure it's beating with sweat right now. He's up on his feet and he's happy with his team, I think.
What a victory this would be for Melbourne Uni. They looked completely gone in the first half. And now Ellis Biggar can put them 8 points clear.
It's a good-looking shot there by Ellis Biggar. I think he's been taught by no other than Tim Bamford.
There'd be very little you'd think that Sydney University can do from here to haul back Melbourne Uni. 8-point lead, Melbourne Uni. 19.8 seconds remaining in this game. What a turnaround it's been. Fina Newton, what's changed really in this game? We've spoken about the foul troubles at length, but what have Melbourne Uni done differently since
I really think
half-time?
they just changed their mindset, and like I said, Dejan has been incredible, but the way they've been able to, him and the rest of the team have been able to involve the rest of the other 4 players on court have been really good, and it's just meant that he's been able to get open in ways he wasn't open earlier with all the pressure that he was getting. And I think that also the likes of Wilson Amos and some good help by Kai Garno, despite his foul trouble, have really helped stop the likes of Waiter and Young. So I think that's been really key. They've definitely been slowed down at least. You can never stop players like that, often like that, but they've really slowed them down, and that meant that they were able to get momentum in the other way. And I think looking into their big men too, like Garno, Power and Bigger have all been great inside, and I think that's been really key, having those 3 big pillars there, and the likes of like Spud McNally, who can absolutely stretch the floor and break a game open with his 3-point shooting.
So everything has to go better than perfect, really, for Sydney here.
I mean, they're a hot shooting team from deep, so I wouldn't put it past them. But
It's got to be a 3 and then a straightaway a steal, or if you can't get that, then a foul. Michael Young, you'd think they'll be looking for. They're not going to find him. Into the corner with Payne. Straight away on the 3. He's long. Rebounded by Smith. Tipped out of his hands by McNally. Young from 2 feet behind the arc. He's off. They're going to get the offensive rebound again, but they're going to take it away here, Melbourne University. Foul on the play, and that will do it. 8.1 seconds remaining. 8-point leaders. Melbourne University have come all the way back.
Spud McNally goes to the line and has a chance to either draw with Dion Wiggett as leading scorer, or Alice Bigger for his team, or take his tally to 21, which I'm sure he'll want to do.
3 scorers with 20 for Melbourne. It's the diminutive guard McNally and the 2 big boys, Wiggett and Bigger. And McNally leads them, 21. And after all of that, failing a last-moment bucket here from Smith, Melbourne University are going to win it by double digits. They didn't lead at any point during the game until the final quarter. And Melbourne University have come from 23 points down in the first half to overthrow Sydney University, who looked imperious early but were unable to stop the juggernaut that is the Melbourne University squad after half-time. What a cracking game of hoops we've been able to bring you from the Nona Lee Sports Centre. Fina Newton, what a game we've just watched.
That was brilliant work, and it just shows, like, in a game of such high-quality players like this, 20 points cannot be seen as too much to beat, and I think Melbourne Uni have shown perfectly just how well just how much a game can change in a half of basketball, and I think imagine what they can do if they play like that across the 4 quarters. So it's unfortunate that the girls couldn't get over the line, but really good that the men could and show off a good USyd match.
Yeah, cracking game we've experienced here at Melbourne University. Spuddy McNally on fire, Dion Wiggett on fire, and a cracking game from Ellis Biggar, who was brilliant, really, on the inside.
He's very good.
We'll have a quick look at the box scores before we leave you. Yeah, McNally ending up with 23 points he's been given. 5 of 7 from deep as part of that. 20 points of Dion Wiggett. He's shot 8 of 18, so a high-volume game from him with 8 assists, 4 steals and 4 rebounds. 18 points for Ellis Biggar with 16 rebounds. 3 block shots for him as well. Look at the University of Sydney. Michael Young, he shot his mind out, really, to start that game, but ended up 5 of 13 from behind the arc for his 21 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists for him. 22 points and 9 rebounds for Mitchell Smith. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists and 3 steals for Matthew Wacher. That's where we'll leave you. Fina Newton, it's goodbye from us. Cracking game here from the Nona Lee Sports Centre. We'll catch you on Wednesday.
Yep, see you Wednesday for what should be another cracking 2 games. So thanks, Paddy, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Please tune in.